All right then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Machine. I'm joined by Sean Gares and Sponge. We're back to break it all down as we do see the first map go the way of Heroic, no less. Another
What's what?
Heroic? That's H-E-R-O-I-C.
Oh, Heroic one. Was it in overtime?
That's correct.
Oh my god, I haven't seen an overtime in so long. It's so exciting how overtimes...
Don't you dare undermine Heroic's win with a rant about overtimes.
You're right. That's true. I won't do that now. I'll save that until I have another time to absolutely get my
Grit
teeth
those
sunk
teeth
in.
and tell me why Heroic just put on a show versus Evil Genius.
I was going to go in here and say one or two ways depending on who won this game. I was going to say it was the second round clutches that came in from EG, one from Ethan in the first half and one from Cirque in the second half where they both won 2v1 situations. I was going to say if EG won, that was the factor. But the boys from Heroic won, and it was Cadian. He had 3 1vx situations. He had a 2v1 on the B-bomb side. He also had a 1v1 on the B-bomb side with that last second defuse. And those are the difference makers in this game when you go back and you look at the details here. It's so difficult to break a game down that was this close, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where EG started off 7-0. It seemed like forever ago, right? Heroic somehow, as a new team with a new opper, came back into this. I mean, they grinded out 6 rounds in that first half after being down 7-0 against the 3rd best team in the world and took them on their own map pick. Cadian, like you said, had 3 clutches that kept them in this game. He's so fired up. He definitely brought life to his team in this game. I can't even say like how important it was that he, did all that stuff. That's absolutely ridiculous. And the shot he hit on Breezy jumping across mid.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Breeze isn't a player to give up opening kills, and I think they got like 3 of them on him in the first half.
Yeah, look, this game, when you look at the guys from EG, it felt like when they were getting, there was 2 rounds in a row there in the late stages of this game. It was round 24 and round 25 where they picked up double entry frags in a row, right? They just strolled into Banana, got 2. They just strolled up mid, they got 2. This was 2 rounds back to back. At that point, I thought the game was over. Following that, you see the guys from Heroic take their last tactical timeout, right? And that we still have so many rounds of Counter-Strike left to be played because we went into overtime. So you look at all these scenarios, we get into overtime, Cirque even wins another 2v1 situation on the B-bomb site. So this was just clutches galore. It was a very entertaining game of CS. It's just EG, they came out swinging early but weren't able to continue that momentum, and I think that's just the undoing for these guys.
Heroic have really, I mean, what I think is so crazy is the context of this map win. We set it all up in the pre-game. It does seem like, this should be an opening shut case on paper with the results, with the history, and with everything else taken into consideration. This should be an EG win. Heroic, however, have continued to exceed expectations. Cadian clearly has been somewhat of a catalyst. Of course, we talked a lot about the, you called it the new team smell. Chad calls it the, what do you call it, the honeymoon period? Yeah, there's lots of ways to describe it. But yes, there is somewhat of a widely acknowledged tendency for new teams to often have a burst of good results out of the gate.
Yeah, but this is different than we both expected on both sides, right? EG, we thought, versus NIP, they won the pistol. They're a very momentum-based team. They get fired up. They get ecoed, so all that momentum is sucked out of the room, right? This game, they're up 7-0. They're loud. They're yelling. Yep. Everything is going their way. Their star players are showing up. Clutches are going their way.
Right.
And everything still just goes
You're
to
right.
shit.
You gave EG what they didn't have versus the Ninjas. You gave them the strong start. You gave them momentum. They didn't lose their second round after their pistol, as you highlighted in the pre-match, Chad. It was the start that EG, you gave them everything that you would have requested.
Yeah, they were doing what they needed to do, right? And here we move into Overpass. This is going to be the pick of Heroics right now. And look, over there in Pro League, they were playing a double AWP setup over towards A, Tag and Cadian. Now, I understand the premise behind that. It's fantastic if you're hitting your shots, right? If you get pushed back by utility, then you need a rifle to rotate.
How are you setting that up then? Double AWPs on A. What are you doing? Like one long, one?
Yeah, you just post up.
You just sit on the side.
Up. And here's a curious thing that they like to do. Snappy's the swing player, right? He's the guy going to play between the A and the B bomb sites. But I want you to keep your eyes on Stown and Borup. These 2 kids are absolutely phenomenal aimers, and they love to take that sewer control. That's something that's kind of moved out of meta in recent times. People haven't been taking that territory because it can be taken back off them so quickly. But one thing that I noticed in Pro League was they were taking it time and time again, and that gave them so much more information and the quick flank through connector when those A hits were coming in to help out those AWPers if they were getting pushed on back. So that's something that EG are going to have to be aware of right here when you're going late round or early round. This is where, like, Ethan and Breeze in the early stages, they both love to just stroll up sandbag on their T side. They're going to have a real fight on their hands here. They're going to have people who want to take these duels, who actually want to get in their face. They're not going to sit back on the site and allow them just to go for executes, allow them to nade the barrels, Molotov where they need to, and have that utility exchange that we've seen come into vogue recently.
See a smile on Tarek's face, and perhaps misplaced given the fact that this is one map away from EG being eliminated prior to the playoffs here and Belek for the Star Series I-League Season 8 finals.
I'm worried for them because on Overpass at the Major, they ran into problems against a team like Dream Eaters, right? That was
one of their opening game, right?
That was their opening game and one of their only losses throughout their entire run from that point on. And the way they lost is just sheer discomfort in the map, moving very, very slow on their T side.
Right.
So much so that they're not forcing utility out of the CT team, and then they would just get bogged down behind utility when they went into late bomb site hits, particularly at the B bomb site. They would get smoked off at Monster with 20 seconds left. Now, if they fall into that trap, I mean, that's like almost an unwinnable scenario.
So eyes on Stan then, I imagine, for his proactivity and for a development there.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if they're going to be able to control that position of the map I was just talking about, Sewer, that's going to give them the flexibility to go from there, and then they can, execute on the B side. But if you don't even get control of that, I'm really worried about how they are going to move around late round. That becomes a really big issue. If they want to just go with turning B into an A map like we've seen Astralis do, it's pretty simple to do because you just Molotov that barrel position. They normally have to expend a smoke, or if you prod in, then what you can do is you can just walk through Monster. You can take jewels. You're going to keep them honest. You have so many different variations over to that part of the map. But I want to note as well that Heroic have a setup where they send all 4 players B early, like they love to do that, and they'll just let KD and Solo A. So they do that as well. So there's a lot of pressure if you just want to go straight into that B bomb site. And I think these GG.bet odds, this is some of the closest odds we've been seeing. It's starting to finally wheel down to a point where, yeah, Heroic are still the underdog. I think that is fair to say that they're still the underdog in this situation based on the context. Yeah. But like we've mentioned earlier, how this match pans on out could see Evil Geniuses dip down for the rest of the year. I was so excited for IEM Beijing. We're going to have EG. We were going to have Liquid. We were going to have Astralis. But teams aren't living up to their potential or the expectations we've set for them.
Certainly, you can see the expectations manifesting here in the Strafe Esports app vote. You guys have been casting your vote on who you think is going to take this one, and you can see the fans obviously high expectations of EG, and I think that matches what our analysts have been saying in terms of the expectations and not being met yet. EG are 1 map loss away in this series from being eliminated at this event. Thrown to the lower bracket and now on the ropes. It's time for Henry G and Semler to tell this story. It's North America versus the Danes. Henry G and Semler, it's over to you.
Thank you very much, Alex. And both of us, I and Henry, are excited for the second map of the series. The first one on Inferno certainly delivered. Hype all across the board. Heroic, Evil Geniuses, both of them bringing the hoots. And well, now we're getting into Overpass. And Evil Geniuses maybe a little bit on the back foot. There's quite a bit riding on their shoulders. Heroic, they're just here to upset the world.
You made a very good point that they won't necessarily be prepared for Heroic. They wouldn't have watched all the demos, and why would they? No one thought there'd be a danger in this tournament. Heading for the connector back towards B. This will finish things up. Stanislaw and Ethan to shut them down though. Great positioning, great shots, and 2 kills found for the North Americans.
Oh, big opening though. S-Tag and Snappy stepping in. We're into a 2-on-2. What a shot! Cadian now with the chance to clutch it. He's got the bomb as well. Oh, the footsteps. Breezy heard him.
Yeah, he's done it.
Breezy heard him. Breezy knows. This is all the shot. And Cadian with the clutch! Cadian with the clutch.
No.
1v1.
No.
It all looked lost.
There's no way he's just pulled that one off. That's so weird. Breezy had him. He had the information in terms of the footsteps. He had the low HP advantage. And then it's Cadian who somehow nails it towards shore. It was a little default at the start, pushing mid-control, getting the CTs back through the connector, B split. Absolute chaos ensues, and it's Heroic picking up a big pistol round. Force buy and response here from EG. For Mass, for Stanislaw at the top end, and Scout for Cirque. 3 pistols around them, and the first kill for Stan. Nice work on Starvin.
Yep. One of the SMGs down, replaced with an AK, but the man in question is already on his way back to the A site. Heroic, they take the T-side pistol, 1-0 the score. Evil Geniuses have gone for the force. And so now we get to see what are Heroic made of here. They're down a man, but they've got all the utility, and they have both of their AKs alive. Bomb is picked up as well, and so do we take this to long, where the AKs can really shine? I think that's got to be the question here for Heroic. Always get some kind of long presence where you can work with it, and if anybody's greedy enough to be out there for Evil Geniuses, you can punish them.
Very good point. They'll flash out towards long. Cadian's there to investigate.
Yeah, okay, good. Cirque is here with the scout, so there is that to come back on. Connector has been cleared by S-Tag as well, so they have the info here on the side of Heroic. They've left Borup down in sewers, I think, to catch the rotators. Anybody coming in on short is going to be in for a rough time. Oh, he's trying to get out. The timing couldn't have been worse for him.
Great flash.
That was a fantastic flash from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, they should have the round now. It's going to funnel them in towards A. EG know it. Still a chance here for Heroic with the AK's up, but they're running out of time and utility. 30 seconds on that clock now. It's pretty much full stack towards A. They know what's coming in. And it's going to take something remarkable now from Heroic to get back in this round. The one and done position from Stanistor lives up to his name for now. Should be traded out. He does get 2. Cadian will have to go above and beyond for his team now. If he sprays towards the CT steps, surely has no chance here. The smoke's dissipating, the time's running out. Damage has been inflicted. Be better off saving the AK at this point. 10 seconds remaining. Won't even be a choice for him towards the end. And now he'll start to fall back. Surf's got him though. And that will be the final kill as they answer back with a force buy victory. It's EG tying things up at 1-1. Great flashbang towards Shaw there. That was the deciding factor. It forced Heroic to go in towards the A site, and EG knew it. They were ready and waiting and managed to deny the plan. So will they take an eco here or force buy back?
I'm liking the hoots. They're not Swedish, they're Danish. Neighbors. Still,
Friendly neighbors.
I wouldn't mind a what's up now, Danes. Let's get in it.
Force buy is confirmed. No bomb plan as I mentioned, so no rifles, but Deagles are out. Danes with Deagles can be deadly, and the scout shot successful. Cirque went final ahead, will take Aztec down to 18 points of health. And a very standard round now will come through. 2 players through connected successfully, no CT presence there at all. CZ's investigating middle. Bombs towards long, that's on the back of Cadian. He's got smokes, flashes, and an HE.
Stan spotted movement top mid, so he's got that to go off of. Smoke there to force him into restrooms if they want it. Early use of the smoke, but still 3 on the side of Evil Geniuses, so they will have time to use them still. It's looking like an execute over towards the A site here from Heroic. Massive nade.
Yeah, that hurts.
And they're holding close too. Evil Geniuses are not willing to give it up here. They are going to be taking the fight, and there's one of the other smokes that comes in. 50 seconds on the clock now for Heroic. And they've just got to find the right opportunity. But with these smokes, there's even another one here that could go into play, but nades are coming through for Heroic. Shots through the smoke, hoping to get lucky. Stan dodges them.
Got himself a kill, surely. Flashbang is no good. He's got a couple of them lined up here. Good for one, but his teammate's going to get a lot more. Tarek has got so many kills in front of him, and you can see him living up to expectations. 3 for him. It's a kill in consolation here for S-Tac. He'll get another attack, but unfortunately for him, that's going to be it. Big round for EG to pick up there, as Heroic will be forced down to an eco. Nothing can be said about round number 4, that's for sure.
Oh, and Cirque saves the M4 as well. What a snag at the end. That's a big deal. 3 rifles survive for Evil Geniuses. Be able to drop those over and get a very healthy buy going into the next round. But without a bomb plant here for Heroic, it's going to put them in a bit of a tight spot.
Right there.
We might actually get a Glock eco, Henry.
I think we'll have to. No bomb plants yet. And we'll see whether the Glocks and one flash towards middle will have any sort of effect here. I doubt it, but we'll see what they can do.
Oh, this is going to get brutal. Oh, wow. So much firepower. Double headshots from Borup. Just you can hear the bullets hitting the head. Stan is recovered, though, and Borup is at 4 HP. There's the flash coming over. Stan dodges it, gets the first, predicts the second as well. Solid work here from Stan.
Yeah, nothing can be done about this with the Glock, I'm afraid. He'll have to take 3 headshots at that range. It's not going to happen, and it will be a pretty clean round for EG. Against the Glocks, though, you wouldn't have expected them to give up 2, but they win the round. Their CT side looking firm now. Remember, Heroic actually picked this map, so expect some very strong executions coming out of them. If Inferno's anything to go by, they had some magnificent approaches. Really enjoyed their fakes, their coordination, and the clutch potential they had as well. Stanistor with double digits already as we enter round number 5.
He's been having a good game. Yeah, exactly. Give him some confidence. Calling the shot, Stan. If you want anybody to be confident right now, it's him. Cirque with the op. Flash, hoping for that shot early on. Standard fare so far from Evil Geniuses. Spread out on the side of Heroic as well. So now we get into the dance. 3 Kriegs in play here for Heroic, so they're going to have that firepower. And again, they could challenge in the long-range fights thanks to these as well. So things could get dicey. Stan holding the corner. This is S-Tag. S-Tag's been hitting shots all day long. Walks right into it, though, and that's a clever spot from Stan. He sees the shadow before the body, so he's got that warning, that extra second. So he wins out that fight, and once again, Evil Geniuses with the man advantage on overpass.
Going to be Decent advantage here. The AWP has such presence on the A-bomb side of Overpass. 50 seconds remaining. 4 players for Heroic making their way towards Cirque's position, and he looks keen to take this first shot. No problem at all. They offer it up to him for free. No trade potential, no smokes down. That's a disappointing one for Snappy to give away.
Yeah, that's a painful one. Now they're set up, but they're down 2 players. 3 on the A site right now. 4 Evil Geniuses. Standard Smoke's going down as well. Blocking the back of the site. So Stanislaw's in a bit of a clever spot, and he's got backup here from Cirque as well. They're within the smoke radius, and so this could get very hard indeed for Heroic. There's a flash coming in from 7. Sends that in. Cirque protected. Stanislaw totally blind. Chance here, though. Cirque to take a shot. Yep, he's going to hit it, and there's the follow-up. Borup sprays down 2, but they will save the key guns here. Breezy. Do they get the op? They did not get the op.
Well, it was there. It was available.
Interesting. Ethan will probably drop it over to Cirque if they want to go for it again. Yeah, he's going to hand it over, but that's an expensive one. That's unfortunate to lose the AWP like that.
Well, they'll keep the AK and Krieg at least, but yeah, that kill a little bit too easy for Cirque, but they did a decent job of getting close to the A site. Cirque with the quick scope there. If he doesn't hit that, the chance actually won the round. Partial buy from Heroic as the loss bonus racks up. Remember, they won the pistol here, and they've lost 4 rounds in a row. So 1 away from maximum loss bonus. B rush looks very likely, not quite going to slow things right down. Wait for the flames to extinguish here towards the short tunnel, and at this point, nade over towards boost bomb, no one there to receive.
Tough one, though. Ethan's been jumping there the entire time. Crazy, though. Catches him looking the wrong way. Nice trade. Still, Ethan alive on the site. Good spray transfer. He's going to be just shutting them down. Excellent hold from Evil Geniuses, who are looking super confident on Overpass right now. 5-1 the score for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, but they were up 7-0 on Inferno.
They were, you're right. But the other thing to point out here, and that is interesting perhaps, is that, well, we're not getting any bomb plants out of Heroic.
No,
So the money is definitely not as strong as it could be.
Well, this is the first time they've had a proper full buy here. Will they bring out everything they need? It's going to be a tactical timeout from them. Just in the nick of time. I think there's a good time to bring that in, discuss their options. Hasn't been ideal so far after winning the pistol. Losing to that force buy is always going to hurt. They are unable to give that over Inferno. Like you said, a 7-0 deficit, but they managed to recover. This time it's 5-1. They do have the AWP for Cadian, who was so influential to their success on Inferno. So many clutches, so many big picks. EG don't seem rattled, though. Confident. Planted their flag here on the CT side of Overpass, and we'll see whether they want to change the stance up now. The thing with the tactical pause is EG knows some adjustments are being made. Maybe they want to go super aggressive now. Cirque, he'll be making his way towards middle. He's going to pick towards connector. There's the incendiary towards T-steps. Extinguished. And we'll see the flashbang come over. Stanislaw ready for some frags here, so they are going to present some aggression.
Ready for it, though. Not going to show himself, but S-Tag's got the angle now. Wall bang from S-Tag, the timing! The timing from that, is that them just being prepared on Heroic's side? Unreal. If they figure that out, that is God-tier play coming in. Shot is there from S-Tag, and Cirque barely squeaks out. 6 HP. Still play possible here on the B site. Down 2 for Evil Geniuses right now. Heroic, this is going to have to be the big moment. Ethan looking for it, but Snappy shuts him down. Breezy going to whip back around here, trying to hold them off. Bomb has been shown on the B site. Rotation's going to come through from Tarek on the upper as well. But Breezy with the Krieg finds the headshot on Snappy, who just keeps walking in slowly around these angles. Yeah. It's coming back to bite him.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that. They've got a 4-on-2 lead at that point.
Yeah.
And 45 seconds, they had a minute on the clock at that point. He just walks in alone, no spacing at all, no trade potential, and gives it up. And he's given them a real chance back into this. Luckily, they should be aware that there's going to be one player either side of the map, right? All you need to do at this point, group up together. Nothing too flashy, just trade out 1 kill. You know it's a rifle in the hands of Breezy towards B. That would be my call, but we'll see what they're up to here. It's going to be up to S-Tag here, making his way towards A. Trying to listen out for rotations. He's confirmed that the site's potentially clear. And KD will make his way through.
All the way back up. And yep, now they've got the angle. Eric straight into the blender. And Heroic will manage to chain around on the board. After the clutch from Cadian in the pistol, this is their second round. Evil Genius is going to be able to save this Krieg by the looks of things. And so they have that to work with. They also have enough money to drop an op if they need to. Some of these rounds have been fairly close, and so they don't have just fat stacks, but Breezy and Tarek should be able to make something happen here for their teammates. And 3 survive for Heroic, which is a big deal as well. They really needed to be able to drop some rifles around so they could get some good nades going into this next round, because this is going to be it now.
Absolutely is. It's a big round for Heroic, but need to keep it up. Money is weak. But on the EVG side, Breezy's got like 6k. They can drop weapons over. They have got a buy there. They can bring out the AWPs as well. That will be purchased straight away. Oh, there's the play. Right under.
So clever.
Yeah, that's really cool. Hashtag doing fantastic work there. Really is proving himself here in Turkey. We are going to round number 8. It's been a really fascinating series so far. If you're just joining us, an elimination game. Map number 2, the pick of Heroic after taking down Inferno. EG seemingly a little bit rattled as we're up against 4 Kriegs and an AWP now. The AK is dead. Long live the Krieg. And the HE grenade lands on Borup's head. It's going to be now the opening pick. An opportunity for Cadian as he looks towards the round.
The timing could not have been worse there for Cadian.
Is it worth it?
Follow-up flash, Breezy, man. Not making any mistakes. And Cadian, that's a tough break for him. And a round they can ill afford to lose here, Heroic. Still near max loss bonus, and they would go back up to it if they lost this round, Heroic, so they could keep just pressuring Evil Geniuses, who have to buy FAMASas in this round.
Yeah.
But the nades now, look at the nade status right now for Evil Geniuses. Still 3 smokes, but they're so low on the rest of it. There's still a chance here for Heroic to get into these bomb sites.
What's the play going to be? Certainly recoverable. Need to find that pick back, but Cirque's in such a prime position right now, patrolling the bathrooms. Full vision. He'll have the advantage of the shadows as well. If an orb comes in, you'll see the shadow right there. Bang. Well, Cirque will take that, no problem at all. Borup will be removed. Have a challenge that can't be traded, and a lackluster finish from Heroic here after losing the opening pick. They've got no chance of converting this.
Oh, it's such a tall order. No nades left either. They have to do it dry. There's one. Trade. And Tarek. Triple kill for him. That was an excellent setup from Evil Geniuses. You're using Cirque as the bait at that point over at long. Tarek just holding that line. You're going to know, oh, if we can cut off the op from getting back to the site. Tarek's one step ahead, buddy.
Every single time. And that's going to be financial ruin now for Heroic. They'll have lost bonus, but you can see compromises will have to be made. Cadian will get the AWP once again, but UMPs for Starvin and Galil for S-Tag. No grenades on the latter either. So a difficult round for them, but certainly enough to win. Double orb set up the first time for EG. That's Ethan and Cirque this time. The capable players. Breezy, he's one of them. Oh, Rob just didn't see the aggression coming. He thought he was safe. He thought he'd fallen back, and it's another opening pick for EG. They are being absolute savages right now, and Heroic, once they lose this first pick, they seem to fall apart. We'll see if it happens again. Cirque's getting one of these. Almost certainly. The smoke, they need to wait for it to bloom before they peek.
I think they saw him, though.
Yeah, that's so well played.
Still, S-Tag. Not able to communicate it fast enough, perhaps. S-Tag swings wide, and that's one death.
Perfect from Cassette there.
They've really got the chokehold here going, Evil Geniuses. They really got this locked. And so now for Heroic. What can you do? You've got 2 smokes. You need to find picks. Man, again. Cirque is not missing. He is warmed up after that first map. 9 kills to his name so far. Stavin might be dancing. But this is going to be Evil Geniuses with another strong round here, unless some magic can happen for Heroic.
Yeah, it's the same situation, though. Stanislav gets his smoke down at the perfect time. Starts to reposition. Makes things very uncomfortable for them. Sees the shadow. He knows his map inside out. And you can see him scrambling to try and take him down. Sure, he doesn't get a frag, but look at the HP. 2 and 4 for Starvin and Snappy, respectively. And a double kill. It's all converted there. The low HP players go down. Ethan will get the collateral shot. Cadian needs to save the orb now, but no chance. He needs to die at this point. He knows he's going down. He needs to drop before the timer expires. And he can hear Tarek now. The war cry comes out. He knows they're in charge. Maximum loss bonus still for Heroic, but they're 7-2 down. Better than 7-0, I suppose.
Yeah, they can always turn it around. We saw it on Inferno. You're right. That's a tough one there. Nice shot from Ethan.
That's what he needed.
And I mean, that's the one thing that's really working against Heroic right now, that's stopping them from being able to just chain buy, is that they're not getting bomb plants.
Exactly.
They're not managing to get that bonus money. If you lose the round after getting the bomb planted, you're still getting bonus 800 across the board. That makes a difference. Set of nades. So maybe you can buy a rifle. Maybe you can get some Kevlar on top of that. Instead, we've got a half buy going in here. Pistols, Kevlar, nades, and saving a little bit in the bank for the next one. But yeah, Heroic have got to start finding a solution here to get some bombs planted, because then they can start really ramping up the pressure on Evil Geniuses. EG now have got a great chance to build some economy here.
Well, they need to get past these pistols first. Deagles, CZs, sometimes the rounds can fall apart, caught off guard by a pounce play. HE will do significant damage to Borup, and smoke's deployed. Same smoke that's been a nuisance for them almost every single round they've attempted to get towards A. Just held at bay. That's the AWPers to find space here, and it's a double AWP setup once again. Ethan with a double kill in the previous round. Focuses his efforts towards long. What a brilliant play that is from Stanislaw. Melts them in the flames and bullets, and we'll see a 4 versus 2 ensue here, and it's Estag and Staff with just pistols. Surely there's nothing that can be done. No chance for a bomb going down here, and Estag will find the AWP, but it's still got to be the worst position to have that in. Inside the smoke, down he goes, bomb dropped, and another one on the board for EG. They're looking absolutely fine here on Overpass.
Yes, they do look like they've recovered. Now we're going to get another buy round in here for Heroic. But again, if you go op now, looks like we got a timeout called, tech timeout called here by Heroic, second one of the map so far for them. But if you go for the op now, you're going dry. You're not going to have Kevlar, very few nades if Cadian buys it. I mean, he'll be able to get, what, smoke flash?
Yeah.
But for Evil Geniuses, they are just rolling in it now. With everybody surviving, at least 3 of them like that, you can see the money starting to get a little out of hand on the side of EG. Starting to get some smiles going as well on EG. That confidence is coming back. This is the last thing that Heroic want right now. They do not want EG feeling comfortable. They need to get a win right now. They need to make a lot of noise and start getting that pressure up once again in Evil Geniuses' heads.
Yeah.
If this goes to a third map, which is going to be Nuke, it's going to be a spicy one.
Well, the hype levels are certainly dying down in the Heroic camp, that's for sure. We haven't heard them roar in some time. Kriegs and a single AK as they limp into round number 11 now, wounded, unable to break down the defenses of EG whatsoever. Barely any plants, barely any rounds that have really been closely contested. Ethan to be run boosted towards Monster, gets him across cleanly. That's really nice work, and he'll challenge straight in towards T-Spawn. Nail the shot. He's making them look foolish right now. That's so well played. And an early pick once again. No response. They're getting battered and bruised at the start of each and every round.
Full Kriegs here as well in action, so. Losing Borup hurts, but they have nades at least to work with here. Maybe it is time to just go for the full hard execute onto B. They've done it before, though, and it hasn't panned out.
Ethan spotted one jumping there. I think there's another chance for him. Flashbang's good, but follow-up couldn't be found. Tarek does a little damage towards Tarek. Takes it to 79. It's off to follow up towards the ramp, and they'll try and get through. Monster, potentially. The bomb's waiting outside the B bomb site right now. 50 seconds remain, and they decide to fall back. Is it towards the A they go again? Remember, they keep getting locked out by Smokes and Stanislaw mainly. And they've got the classic setup here. 2 in the bathroom, so take all the aggro. Stanislaw tucking himself in the corner, making sure no one can walk past. We'll actually change position now.
Interesting. There it is, the bait. 30 seconds, Cirque hits the shot. He had to, that was crucial. Maintaining the man advantage for EG. He's still here, he's locked in now though, nowhere to go. He has to hit this shot now to find a way out. Turning around just in time, Stavin finds one, Ethan there to trade. Maintaining the pressure here, EG, 15 seconds on the clock for Heroic. Cadian making sure that the setup is right. Flash over the top, Snappy has to come in and he has to get something done. Finds the first kill, 8 seconds on the clock. Ethan's here, he could deny this plan, but Breezy with the flank. Breezy coming in from the B site, gets the job done. That's 9 rounds on the board here for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, they're looking like they're in cruise control right now. Heroic are just grasping at straws, hoping they can even get a plant at this point. They're losing the first pick every single round. The double AWP setup is just too brutal for them. You can see EG have got so many little gambits to get themselves into prime positions. That run boost towards Monster was idyllic. And we'll see. Is this a full buy? No, it's just the partial investment here. Snappy's gone all in. Got a Krieg. There's a scout to go with it. This is just desperate now. Hoping to break down EG with 1 rifle. Few smokes and a couple of flashes. Snappy will have to do something magnificent. It's Tarek changing at the pace though. He'll push off towards B short. Take down Borup again. He's the player that's going down the start of pretty much every single round.
He's having a really rough map.
Yeah.
After some solid performances from him on Inferno. It isn't pretty. We need a headshot here from Cadian, but Cirque shows him what an op is capable of. 2-man advantage, 3-man advantage. Back to 2. Let's keep doing the math together. Stavin finds the shot on Stan, though, so that's going to bring it down. At least a little bit of damage dealt to Evil Geniuses. Cadian lurking his way out onto the B site, and this is what he's hoping for. If he can get a bomb plant, at least they can have that bonus money going into the next one, but he's been spotted. Game is up. Has no idea that Tarek is here. Tough one. And that's the whole thing that Heroic were hoping for. Just get Cadian on the site so that they can get a plant, so they can get that bonus money, so they can get an op, full nades, the whole kit and caboodle. Instead, I mean, Stavin could drop the op, and Cadian drops him a Krieg, and then you're going at least... You've somewhat got it. You can have Cadian fully equipped.
Let's just change the pace now. These defaults aren't working.
Yeah.
Maybe let's just go for something fast. Even just a fast B split would be significant here. You're up against double AWPs. They don't have that anymore, even with the Krieg, but still, you're getting picked off one by one. The fact that Borup's going down at the start of each and every round is just not good enough. They need to maybe get out of this default stance, and we're going to see 5 players towards B, so it is going to be a change of pace. Nothing else is working. Is it a straight-up rush? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. This is what we wanted. Let's see if it works out.
Stance, smoke there to cancel. Full blaze from Breezy. Point blank, and he finds 3. So tough. That incendiary doing just tremendous damage, and then the flash is coming in as well. Stanislaw, quick rotate from him. He's just going to catch Snappy out. There's not a hope or a prayer for Snappy. He's gone. And Cadian with the MAC-10.
Well, I got what I wanted, and that's the result.
That's a tough one, because you got to think that Evil Geniuses are also thinking that sort of thing. They're putting the anti-rush nades down.
If I'm thinking it, they're thinking it too. You know, that's exactly it.
It's so tough for Heroic. They're really rocking a hard place right now. This is going to be 11 rounds for Evil Geniuses. This is Heroic's map pick as well. Okay.
Let's go to the B stream. I think that's the Avangard game, if I'm not mistaken, against Furia.
Okay, who took the first map?
First map went to Furia, in fact, and the second went to Avangard. They're on their third map, which is Overpass as well, and it's currently 2-0 for Furia, so I believe that's why all the shouting is occurring. It would make sense. I don't see Avangard shouting like that, to be fair.
They didn't really look like a shouty kind of
No, they're
team
not.
yesterday.
Furia definitely are, though. They've got a lot of passion and some fire in their bellies.
Oh, Henny's there. I mean, he likes to shout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Third tactical pause used here by Heroic.
Well, unfortunately, Samlo, they're done here. I think that they've been absolutely wrecked. The hype we built up in the first map,
Fighting spirit.
It was historic. It was one of the best games of the year, actually. Like in terms of enjoyment, I really thought that was something quite special. This, on the other hand, has been underwhelming to say the least. Nothing really to report. Heroic won the pistol, remember, as well, and they're 11-2 down. Haven't really made a dent in any of these gun rounds. As much as I loved what they did in the first map, EG are back online and looking like a much better squad here on the pick of Heroic, which is strange considering that EG picked Inferno. Well, there you go. We'll find ourselves with 2 MAC-10s, 3 Kriegs. Really not the ideal setup at all on the T side when you're getting absolutely wrecked at every single juncture of the game. Another shot connects, Cadian goes down, but luckily that's more like it. Good spacing and trade potential there. They get a mad advantage, and it's a key frag as well. Cirque to be dropped, but Stanislaw, he's been such a nuisance for them.
Yeah. Cadian is waiting for it, though. I do like the discipline here. Heroic, they were ready in case Stanislaw decided to swing wide. But Stanislaw's not going to get supported by Tarek. There's the one from that's all he had to do. Brought the one, and Cadian super low, S-tag at half HP. Still a winning chance here for Evil Geniuses in the round. Although I'm not a huge fan of Tarek's positioning, now he's kind of stuck. So tough to get yourself out of here. You're basically putting yourself in a multi-frag situation. You have to pick up 1 to 2. And it's possible if the guy's tagged up. He could just ruin Heroic right here.
He absolutely could. It's a difficult position to get multiple frags, but if it's overlooked or the AWP swings first, there's a chance it could fall apart.
Both of them are low as well. Both of them are the tagged guys.
Yeah, if it's S-tag that goes down. Oh, they spotted him.
No, they
No.
spotted him. They called it.
Oh, Tarek knows. He's got to go off this one. Finds the first, no problem. Flashbang's coming through. It actually catches the T's as well there. It's back and forth we go. Tarek needs the 1 dig. He's fighting for his life at this point, and that will do it. Brings it back to a 2-on-2. Breezy on the rotation. Borup's ready for it. Hasn't had a good game so far, but that's a nice shot. 2-on-1, the best advantage they've had in about 10 rounds. And we'll see Ethan left in the clutch now. Bomb will be planted towards B. He knows that. They'll make their way over. It's a clean plant. They've got no utility, however. Ethan should start rotating through CT steps. There it is. And now, does he go towards Heaven or Graffiti? That's, I guess, the format.
Man, I almost forgot how that sounded. The bomb has been planted, Henry.
I know, right? Well, will it go off? really playing the fire there. Make him touch the bomb, boys. They get away with it. And at this stage, Ethan's low. There should be no way. Oh, God, he actually could get it. This actually might work.
He's just going to stick. Just going to stick.
Dude,
No way.
There was the second there. I thought he had it. That would have been a hollow victory there for Heroic as they wipe the sweat from their brow. Goodness gracious me. That was the perfect call there. Ethan was tantalizingly close to pulling that one off.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting. Come on, let's get into the action here. Double off for EG. 15th round of the first half. 11-3 in EG's favor. And so now we get to see, is it the 11-3, 11-4, or is it going to be the 12-3 finish here for the first half? Evil Geniuses, man, they have just outright dominated on the CT side. We've got the Kriegs in play and up on Cadian. Fairly good buy here on the side of Heroic. And no early aggression from either side. Apart from Stavin, he's taking control of Connector or working towards it. Now it's going to be a long push. Heroic going to be clearing that part of the map. And just cross your fingers and hope that Borup doesn't die on the other side. Well, Stavin here to help this time. That's playing with fire.
Well, Stanislaw goes down. Final round of this first half. 11-4 is just a must here for Heroic. They've got themselves an opening pick. They're much worse than this scoreline, so they need this round. Can they convert the advantage? So back towards B they go. That's where the bomb will be residing, but here we go. Breezy, an ideal opportunity. Will they detect his presence?
Yeah, you hate to be in this sort of situation. I am worried about two different angles that are at 90 degrees, and now I really have to just hope that I'm looking the right way at the right time. And there it is. And that's why.
Exactly. The moment he looks away is when he comes through, and now they'll fully commit towards B. But look who's waiting on the other side. It's Ethan. If he had the M4, they'd be in trouble, but he's still pretty handy with the AWP. Circle join him as well. Both the orbs trying to hold the door here. They bring it back to a 3 versus 3. Now a 2-on-2. S-Tag and Snappy with time running out here. They need to get that bomb down. Tarek will arrive shortly. And now Ethan still alive and kicking. It looks like he might have done enough here. Just needs to deny that plant if possible. One of them's going to have to take 4 seconds to get that bomb down. Ethan knows it. Can they deny anything? Oh, he gets it! It's to the round. That's it. No time left. Excellent work there. EG got 12-3 on their CT side of their opponent's pick here of Overpass. We'll take a break and be back with half number 2.
And you saw the reaction from Stanislaw there during the break, man. Just slamming his forehead with his hand. That's what all he was doing on Inferno. How could we not do this to them on Inferno? That's what Stan is wondering. And, well, this is a replay. They didn't get an op in the pistol round, don't worry.
That was. How did he deny the bomb then? That's what I want to know. That's how he did it. That's so wild. He's like, wow, that was spicy.
Yeah, buddy.
God damn. Well then, I think it goes without saying at this point, ladies and gentlemen, Heroic need this one desperately. And will be a fast B approach here, smoking towards B. Flashes coming through momentarily as well. They'll fully commit towards the side, looking to cause chaos here. And there's going to be Cirque trying to open things up. S-Tag will take him down, though. A chance now for Heroic.
Yeah, 4 here, though, for Heroic, rather. But they're just getting all the kills right now, Evil Geniuses. Despite 4 players being here for Heroic, they have been powered through. Stavin looking for the shot. He's going to be able to see the gun barrel. He knows where Stanislav is crouching. Needs to hit that, and he doesn't. Stacked up together, though. And now it's on Cadian. Can he catch them looking the wrong way? Not going to be the case. Oh, gets the headshot, but not meant to be. And there it is from EG. 13 rounds on the board, winning the pistol.
Not so loud on the Heroic camp anymore. Not the most enthusiastic fist bumps either.
No, that's a tough one,
Might just want to leave those ones alone for now.
4 spy coming in from Heroic, of course.
Has to be, really. If it loses round, it's GG. I felt like it was GG about 8 rounds ago, to be honest with you. Like, there was just nothing on the Heroic T side, was there? Which is
really
weird. I was
struggled.
expecting so much in terms of the tactical prowess. Like, if Inferno was anything to go by their opponents, but you think, wow, what were they going to do on their map? It's, to be honest, not much.
Yeah, that is. Sometimes you get those surprises, and Cirque loses the duel versus Stoughton. Nice attempt with the HE follow-up. That would have been sick. Still, EG are the ones with the rifles, so they will. Whoo! So close. I love seeing it happen, man. That's pretty much Dupree's playground, isn't it? He was the one. He was the one who was always hitting those back in the day.
Yeah, that's when the was it when the you could or couldn't do it on the old patch. It was like when jumping was a bit weird. You couldn't necessarily always kill jumping players.
Oh yeah,
You
because
remember
they
what I
would
mean?
crouch mid-air or something and
Yeah.
would just bug things out. I mean, it's a throwback. It's a throwback. Let's see Tarek though. Free fire. Not long for this world bore up. And a minute left on the clock, so Evil Geniuses have all the time in the world. Just work this out, get the plant. Nice shot from S-Tag though. Drops that bomb, Stanislav. Frustrating turn of events here. Stavin gonna get traded, and now the quick reaction here. S-Tag with the clutch. They're keeping it alive here.
Barely. Yeah, one
4
more
to
bullet.
13.
One more bullet would have done it there. No real reason to panic if you're an EG fan. They probably force by here, and we'll see whether they can bring it right back. But it's going to be a difficult one. No bomb planted. Money is very limited indeed. It'll be PT50s and Deagles, but looks like things Cirque probably won't buy considering his Yorpa goes for it as well. They're all in. Smokes, flashes, and what's the play going to be? Looking to answer back quickly while the CTs have the SMGs in their hand.
Yes.
3 of those.
Yeah, well, money isn't good here for Heroic. If they win this quick here, Evil Geniuses, in terms of if they take this round, Heroic are in once again. They're never going to have full pie again before the end of this map. Evil Geniuses will murder them, so big time to shine here for both of these teams. They're taking it long. You might wonder why, but then you got Breezy.
Yeah, you definitely do. His Deagle is kind of disgusting at times. Going to go back towards connectors. Stavin's there with the M4, jumping over his crosshair, and now giving himself up. They will not want to challenge that again with the PT50s, that's for sure. It's under lock and key for Heroic. I think they would be much better off smoking A, trying to get a post-plant situation going, and maybe a Deagle headshot.
Yeah, that was picture perfect. Good damage, soon to be 3 up here, and oh, misses the shot there, Cadian. Looking for the follow-up, takes a bullet to the face, that's painful. Hoping to stay alive though, and it's gonna be Snappy close, needs to find this shot, gets full flashed, excellent timing from Evil Geniuses. That was a monster flash thrown in by Cirque, opened it all up.
Desperate boost now, it's all they really can do. It's yielded a frag, but it gives away the fact that 2 players are now at the CT steps. MP9's found, but headshots delivered. It's Starvin bringing it back to a 3-on-3. No utility on either side. It comes down to raw fragging power. Who will come out on top? Both teams with SMGs and armor. It's scrappy as you like, but still a 2 versus 2. HP low on either side here. Cirque needs to deliver with the MP9. It's not going to happen as Heroic bring things right back some way, somehow, but the bomb's planted. EG might be tempted to force buy back into this one.
I think so. Keep the pressure up on Heroic. Heroic are going to have a terrible buy going into the next round.
Yeah.
Still going to be the mix of SMGs and just hoping that you can cobble something together. And so Evil Geniuses, bomb plant, look at that. They're going to get at least 1 Krieg in the mix.
Well, Stanislav's confirmed that straight away. He's like, I'm having a slice of that action. Krieg purchased. Tara goes to the Deagle. Hasn't invested in armor just yet. So they might just go for not even a partial buy, just that 1 Krieg with Deagles, and then hopefully get like 2-3 kills, bomb plant, you still can win the round off this sort of setup, but it's all about just causing financial damage going forward here. When you do buy up next round, you're going to have the advantage. They don't need to fully commit to these, right? They've got a 13-5 lead. They don't need to go all in. So I think this is just about right. Stanislaw understands if this does go horribly wrong, he'll be the player with a pistol in the next gun round.
BG not quite connecting. So let's see it here. 13-5. Crazy. If you hit this shot. I like that from Ethan, though. Not caught sleeping. If Snappy takes the risk, just waiting for it, but it's not going to happen. Tarek goes down, Blaze of Glory and connector. Now Breezy has to worry about 2 flanks, which is a little frustrating for him, but not when you can just hit headshots like that.
That's so sick.
Not when you can hit headshots like that. Just leave the man with the deagle.
No armor. Absolutely owns his opponent.
Just fine.
Well, this is where Stanislaw knows he's got a bit of space now. Rotations will be happening. They'll be doubting their setup a little bit here, and he does get the spray in the right direction, but can't quite control it to find the frag. He knows now that we're trying to recover that Krieg, and Ethan might be able to punish this. He goes in front. Oh, but it's not quite enough. It looks like Heroic have got the round. There still will be a buy next round regardless, but Breezy looking for another Deagle headshot. No armor, somehow still alive, but it will be up to take him down in the end. 13-6 now. The grind begins. What a grind is going to have to be here. Round 20. Money there, like we said. Stan will have to take a compromise in the next round, go for the UMP instead of the pistol. A bit of utility as well. It's not the end of the world. And in terms of rounds they've given away now, that's going to be 3 in a row. Heroic picked this map for a reason. There's nothing to suggest they can't replicate the form of EG.
Of course. Definitely do it. Right now, EG, the focus has to be there for these guys. Triple Krieg, AK, UMP. Very quick down into connector. Looking to put some pressure on short as well, Ethan. This could be nice. Doesn't look like Snappy's jumping this time, but things can get out of hand here really quick. Oh, some aggression on the CTE side. Ethan finding the first kill. Stavin, he knows that another one is back here. Stavin close with the MP9 though. Leave it, yep. This is brilliant. Does he find the opening here? Snappy is hanging around on the other side. In the meantime, Evil Genius is still holding passive at long, expecting some aggression there from Heroic. But Heroic are playing that somewhat passive. S-Tag is out there with an M4, but he's closer to the A site. Quick spot here from Katie and boost over. I like this one. You can take quite a bit of damage, but Ethan right now is currently clearing it out.
5-on-4, Heroic. Still have 4 players up, but it's the MP9 and Star that's going to be a problem. S-Tag alone essentially here. Deep in towards that long position. He's going to be flashed off. That's brutal. He's there. That's such a poor position. You have no backup at all.
That spot is suicide, man.
Yeah.
It's so rare to see it work well. Oh, now Katie can do slivers. Hit me in the smoke. In the smoke. Let's go, Cadian.
Come
This
on,
is so
Cadian.
this is awkward. Ah, surprise!
Could be enough with 10 seconds. They've got the boost going on as well, but the plant will come through. Snappy can do nothing about it, hoping he'll get a frag when the plant retreats. Oh, that was hype. It was enough from Cadian. I thought potentially could have won the round with that one. Not going to be the case, though. They gave it everything they had, but it wasn't quite enough. Money now in the bin once again. They're 14-6 down. EG have all the advantages in the world. One round would do it. That'd be the killing blow to take them to map point, and then they'd be absolutely ruined. They're going to force by Heroic. They don't even second-guess themselves about that. Scout purchase straight away. And M4, Deagles. This one has not gone well for them whatsoever.
No, indeed. Well, this is the map. I mean, you always put up a fight, but there is always that niggling feeling of, do we just get it over with and get into that third map? Save energy for the grind on the third one. Heroic right now, of course, going for the force. Oh, they had him lined up. Cirque gets tagged. And there's the follow-up shot. S-Tag, excellent work. Trying to get the trade back. Stanislaw just a second too late. Stavin just all-out aggression here from the Danes. Hidden tags everywhere. Looking for the follow-up, but Breezy was ready. And Breezy whips around, takes another. 3-on-3. Both teams tagged up. Oh, I love these details. Great work, Breezy. Chucks the rifle over the side. Heroic won't be able to recover that one.
Definitely not. Stavin with a chance there to get the frag in the back. He missed the headshot. Took 2 more peeks, cost him his life eventually. Only so many opportunities you'll get against EG when you're missing bullets. Stanistor and Breezy low though. Damage inflicted. Trying to keep their head above water here. Got the rifles. EG wait for a flank. It's not coming in. Borab will hold B towards by himself. 50 seconds. They've still got the majority of their utility. 5 flashes, 2 smokes, and a Molotov. And they can take all the time in the world here. Go together, knowing that even though it's a 3-on-3, we talk about this always favoring the T sides. Mainly because you have to spread so thin on the defenses here, it's unlikely that they're going to have more than 1 player per bomb site. As you can see, it's just going to be S-Tag alone on A right now. He's got 15 HP and a scout. How is he going to hold them off? So what really can he do at this point? And that's a bomb down.
Yeah, this is on Snappy. Snappy's going to be the clutch player here. He's coming up long right now. He did push all the way through connector. Breezy might run right into Borup, and yeah, that's going to be the big one. But Snappy, he can be the lockdown. Coming in on long, they might not expect it. And so Borup, if he shows himself mid, EG are ready for it. Ethan, he's got full HP, but here's Snappy showing up, checking the site. Borup finds Ethan. It's all on Stan. 1v3 clutch incoming.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Trust me on this one. I can see it all. Oh, okay. All right. I take it all back.
Why you got to curse him like that, Henry?
I felt like I was on his side there. It looked like he played it perfect. I respect big plays. It looked like one of the biggest plays yet. Oh, you know what? Look how close that was as well. About the kids, that's really what I was banking on. The fact that he gets that 1 kill, it's done. But fair play. S-Tag does nail the scout shot. But without the kits there, all it took was 1 more kill. The low HP player had to defend, and he hits the shot. He delivers the goods. That was the must-win round. And a tactical timeout comes through. B saves the day, taking down Breezy. Get Ethan as well. Round 22. Money is there for EG, but it would still be a bit of a stretch with Circle $3,000. They do not need to win this round. They've got a 7-round buffer. They're 14-7 up.
It's just that I think they go for it because they know that only 2 survived from Heroic,
Exactly.
and so you're not going to have full nades.
Their first tactical timeout as well.
Yeah, so this is EG just going, right, now we go for the throat and get rid of him. Because Circus got that AWP thanks to the bomb plants. Evil Geniuses are getting bombs down. They're getting bonus money. They're going to have more resources to work with. Heroic are the ones right now struggling somewhat. But starting to find themselves a little bit here on the CT side. Early smoke down to Monster. Get that sorted. I always love that smoke. That is a precision smoke.
It's cool to watch. EG. Enough to work with here. Had to juggle some funds around. Took out a loan. Got soaked the AWP.
Look at the nades, though, from EG. They've used a lot already.
Yeah.
They're down to a single smoke.
Yeah, this is why I speculated they might not even fully invest in this round. They won't have all the resources they need.
Just hoping for a peak for some greed here from Heroic. Stan might be able to hit the shot. Snappy's been doing a lot of jumping over there. Doesn't look like Snappy's going to take the risk right now, at least. Looks like a boost instead from Heroic. So Snappy checking, using Cadians from earlier, and oh, he's checking. There it is. Tries to transfer some damage onto the man who was doing the boosting, but that's not going to be the case. Perfect setup there, the flash from Tarek. And now Cadian holding close. If he spots him coming up, this could get dicey. That would drop the bomb. There's Breezy. Instant revenge.
Yeah, but it's all down to S-Tag now. He's been delivering all day, but only good for 1 now. Advantage to EG. 40 seconds remain. Borab will have to go absolutely massive here. Can't do it. That is going to be map points, almost certainly now. Starvin coming in from the fountain position. He's got a couple of bits of utility, a smoke and a flash. 3 kills to find, though. And with 11-18 scoreline so far, I don't think he'll be pulling this one off. And money is absolutely buggered on the CT side here. Surely Tarek takes it.
Tarek is a madman. Did he challenges that guy alone on the site like that? As soon as he goes for that peek, I've got it flashing in my head that he takes a bullet to the face, drops the bomb on the other side of the boxes, and then there's a chance for Heroic in the round. I'm like, okay, Tarek, you're bold, man. You're brave. And it works out. It's one of those rounds, right? We've always said it since the dawn of time. If it works, he'll look like a beast, and if it fails, well, there might be some criticism.
Exactly.
But Evil Genius's map point, ready to tie it up. Heroic in desperation. It's just full deagles, pretty much. Cadian's got a scout. Not going to find anything, though. So Evil Geniuses now, there it is. Cadian gets caught all the way up long. Here's the follow-up from Tarek, 1 and 2, and this is it. Map 3 on the way, and that is going to be Nuke, also picked by Heroic, or banned into by
exactly.
Heroic, right?
We were like little schoolboys earlier on the first map. Now we're back to our usual selves. Excitement levels have gone right down. It's just like, this has not been an entertaining map, unfortunately. Heroic, yeah, fair play. They managed to get a few rounds together here. Starvin getting the 1 versus 5. The bombs on the other side of the map. That's pretty much what's going to happen in this round, and there we go. Not the most exciting finish, but that's a clinical performance from EG. You've got to respect that. They did not look weak there at any point whatsoever. They ran away with the first half, and then to get 12-3 scoreline, and then just ran away with it at that stage. There was a few rounds where it looked like Heroic had a chance, but still, we move on to Nuke next, and their morale will still be high. This is a team that probably wasn't expected to do anything in this tournament, all things considered. It's a relatively new lineup of players that have dropped off and all we haven't seen much of this year against one of the world's best. So the fact they've managed to take a map of them already, it's already been a successful excursion, but Nuke could still be theirs. It's a tricky map, and it's all about momentum as well. We've seen Heroic able to run away with that sort of momentum, didn't get any clutches, didn't really have any big moments on overpass. Hopefully they can rectify that.
Yeah, they can bring it back. It's just a matter of experience. They've been in the finals now. They just came out of the finals in DreamHack Rotterdam. Obviously not the same tier of competition, but it's a little bit of experience to go into these sorts of situations where it can get tight. And so we'll see if it works out for him here, if we're going to get an exciting third map between the two. It is going to be Nuke. Nuke, anything is possible. So we'll be back right after the break.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG Bet.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
What is that? A karambit? A big shout out to CS Money for partnering with us for this event. If you like skins like this, do not forget to head on over to our giveaway, which you can find below.
Update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
predict the outcome, win the game. Get live coverage and schedules for your favorite tournaments. Analyze, predict, and vote to gain points. Compete with other esports fans and climb the leaderboards. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
What's going on, everyone? It's myself, Machine. I'm joined by Sean Gares and Spun J. They're hanging out with me over here in Belek, and we're here to break down what was map 2 of our final series of the day, Overpass. We thought that it did look all hunky-dory for Heroic. They managed to pick up the first map win going into theirs. It was a curveball. Our analysts couldn't quite necessarily pinpoint as to why or where Overpass had come from in the Heroic choices, and well, they couldn't quite back it up with the gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, good start. They got the opening pistol, 2-0.
Yep.
Blanked for a dozen rounds straight. And honestly, that was a horrible first half from Heroic.
Yeah.
But this is the EG we thought we were going to see throughout the entire tournament, right? Everyone showed up. Look at the numbers on the board. 24, 20, 20, 22. I skipped over
21,
Terry.
21.
21.
This is the problem that we have, though, right? Because you come in here and you go, if these individuals show up and hit their shots, right? That just seems like such broad stroke.
That cannot be.
Broad stroke, blanket analysis.
That cannot be the analysis for a top 3 team in the world. That cannot be a win condition.
There's obviously like more nuances to their game style, right? But when I look at this team, and I always keep going back to E-League Season 2, to that Optic roster that won, right? I always go back to that and how they were playmakers, and that's how they got across the line, because players were feeling themselves, and it was through intuition, and they weren't afraid to go for plays. The longevity of that play style is not existent. That is not, you know win Counter-Strike by making plays all the time. That just doesn't happen unless you, I was going to say, have 5 of the best players in the world.
Or it's 2015 and you're Swedish.
Yeah, and then even still, that doesn't happen. But obviously Stan leading the way here with 24 kills. That CT side, they were doing a phenomenal job. It didn't feel like there were too many rounds where they were hugely under pressure. When they rolled on over, there was a couple more moments where I thought, like, imagine if Heroic in this one got five T-sided rounds. We got a game, we probably have overtime right now, we're definitely not sitting here. But it was like 16-7 in terms of opening kills in favor of EG. That's always a nice factor to have. Some of the rounds that Heroic were winning were still those very, very tight clutch rounds with the fuse coming down to the final seconds. They're showing good patience and poise in those scenarios, but yeah, just not good enough here on their map choice.
So Nuke being our 3rd map decider. Now that is an interesting conundrum. Taking a look at the recent results, we're seeing, of course, both teams prevailing over the Ninjas in Pajamas. The win versus Na'Vi in particular did definitely seem to impress a lot of people as well, given the fact that Na'Vi have turned their Nuke around as of late. I know, Chad, you were a convert. You were raising your eyebrows.
Yeah, maybe I was too soon on the whole Na'Vi hype train, wasn't I?
It looked good at the time.
It did. When Blade could calm, it looked good.
Yeah, maybe he needs more time to get his system going in. But look, I keep talking about this KD and Molotov, and what I want to show everybody here, me and Sean, we've prepared something to show everybody what we want to talk about.
Okay, so how does this work?
So Sean, grab the ladder. All
Let's go. All right, it's time for some theater.
This is hut, ladies and gentlemen. This table is hut. Now, what I need to show you as well, I hope you can hear me.
I'll get rid of my spade. I don't need that.
This here, down the front. Actually, give me the unicorn.
Coming up.
Unicorn is now squeaky door.
Okay.
Unicorn squeaky.
And then here we've got Sean coming up heaven.
Hold on. You need a Molotov.
Oh, I need a Molotov.
Okay. This is the protocols, right, Sean?
Okay.
So we're lighting the Molotov.
That lands on hut.
That lands on hut.
I come on in.
I'm going top hut.
I light the Molotov.
Yeah.
I Molotov squeaky.
Oh, but I can't.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so we got a Molotov squeaky and Molotov hut.
Yes.
Right? So right now this is the default.
A normal person
sits
on
top
hut.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So that's how we see this. Squeaky and hut rush, they're stopped. Sean, I want you to go up ladder. I'm going to be KD and Molotov now. So, everybody, there's still going to be a Molotov squeaky. Now, I got another Molotov. I'm KDing. Now, imagine
this is a new look.
Imagine I'm on the roof. All right, I'm on the roof. We're here. We're good. We're good. I'm on the roof right now.
My Molotov going front hut.
It's popped.
That's in hut. Squeaky's currently Molotoved as well. I get my
I'm
Molotov
now in the
out.
rafters.
Molotov comes at the same time. My Molotov lands on top of hut.
No.
I'm flashing. Sean can't go
Sean,
top
what are you
hut.
going to do?
What
You're
can
doing
he
the
do?
dance.
Oh, let me drop to the floor.
Okay, Sean's blind. Now, all 3 Molotovs have gone. I bust through Squeaky.
Right.
Sean's dead.
Nice touch at the end there, Sean.
All right, that was good.
So the idea is, after what I have to commend you was not even amateur dramatics, I'm going to call it straight up dramatics. That was great.
Yeah, but with all that being said, I think EG takes the map.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
But this here is just one piece of the puzzle, right? This is something that EG have to identify. And basically, to explain it one more time, the CT protocol at the moment, and it always has been on Nuke, is to stop a top rush. You Molotov hut and you Molotov squeaky. For a while there, the Ts would just put out that squeaky Molotov and try and brawl through. Well, you're gray screened, right? That's not favorable. An option that these guys have come up with, and I'm seeing it more coming into play now, is this KD and Molotov that lands top hut. This one here on the table. What that does is it lands at the same time as Sean's inside hut Molotov and the squeaky door Molotov. What that will allow is you can either do a main Molotov, get straight down vent, or you can wait till all 3 Molotovs subside. Nobody can be top hut. The flashes are keeping players from pushing to the rafter above hut, and you go out and you have even duels. It's more of a way to take top.
So if I was a CT and I was aware that this was something you're pulling out, would I be able to get away with being on top of like the bomb site silo, waiting for that?
You would get blind.
Yes, I'm sitting there full flash on top of the silo looking like a knob,
So the meta right now is the CTs are throwing the 2 Molotovs, like we said, the door and the hut Molotovs, but the Ts are countering that with a Molotov top hut and usually inside mini. And it creates this scenario where the Ts are just able to just swerve down the vents because they put out the CT molly front door. So there's 4 mollies, 1 smoke, and probably a flash coming through the roof. There's a lot
In
of
the
utility.
first, what,
Like
10
probably
seconds
10
of
seconds
play?
of the round.
But this map has changed so much in recent times since Astralis have been shown to be able to be beaten on it, right? And everybody's picked it up because they know it's in the map pool. We're seeing what I'm calling like aim map smokes coming out from teams where they're doing smokes over the roof, they're landing towards the glass windows. There's a Molotov top ladder so the AWPer can't stay and fight. Then what they're doing is they're landing a Molotov on top of CT red, which is actually blue, and smoking off main. And then they throw some flashes, pump around the corner, get into warehouse. If an AWPer wants to repick from ladder base or top ladder, right, he can't. Because it's a left eye peek, they're already there. They've got the bloody Kriegs. We know how good the Kriegs are on this one. Another problem for EG here with Snappy and the way that he's always called on this map here. If he is allowed to get lower sight, EG is screwed because the utility usage is so phenomenal from this heroic roster once they get window control.
Oh, we're talking about T-side.
T-side, yeah.
So he gets his team down lower, and their utility usage once they're down there is second to none.
So what they do to make sure they can get a plant is there's always a Molotov going up to ramp on one side, and on the other side there's a smoke.
And something to keep in mind is the Molotov is usually on the T's perspective left side, smoke on the right. And the reason being is because if you're on ramp, you can see through the crack on the left to the window. So good teams on Nuke will smoke the right Molotov left. Bad teams have no idea of that protocol, and it's just 50-50.
It's almost like I'm learning something. This is incredible, guys.
The CT side, if we're going to see an EG here, we have to have the knife round and stuff still.
Sure.
But if EG's biggest thing that they have to be able to do is disrupt the heroic from making it lower, right? That's one of the things that I would really be trying to do. If they're throwing that smoke wall, do exactly what you love talking about, Alex, which is the glaive smoke. Or have someone throw that for you so you can play one way in secret, you can keep that information, or you can go for fights. Something that I think that Na'Vi have been doing well recently. Electronic throws his own smoke out towards the red box, plays behind it just to watch top yellow. He's got Guardian waiting with a flash. If they throw the smoke wall, he goes through, he kills as many players as he can. Just ways to make sure that the T side can't grab map control.
Are we seeing, and this is a genuine question, probably going to reveal how much of a big fat noob I am, but are we seeing a shift towards a more aggressive CT-sided nuke, or has this always been the case in some facet, in some way?
I don't know how Chad feels, but I think that's true, right? I mean, I'm just quickly going off of the question you asked. I see a lot of hut aggressions. I see a lot of,
like shotguns in hut.
Yeah, blowing open the door, people like lurking in there sometimes, and then the outside aggressions are just, it seems more than ever. It seems like there was an area in the middle of Nuke. It happened at the start, but there was an area in the middle where it seemed like the T's dominated that area. Now the CTs are starting to fight for it a lot more again.
This is the thing, right? We always talk about the CTs getting strung out with rotation. A way to avoid getting strung out with rotation is by making sure that you either go for like an all-in to win or lose a round in the beginning. Like you can have a three-man yard control. If you win that fight, you basically win the round, right? Or you can do the little bits and pieces like playing in heart, being more aggressive on ramp. So once they do take outside, it's like, well, you take this chess piece, we'll take lobby. Now we have a whole chess piece for us. We can leave one guy here, we have all the information, we can rotate players under, and we can hedge that that's the bomb site you're going to hit. And this is what this is all about, how you're going to be moving around the map here. Now, EG...
Crucial knife, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you,
No,
Jeff.
you're right. You bang on. This is very important. I was going to say, EG winning this knife I think is hugely important because if they can do what I'm saying, if they can stop Heroic from getting territory, then they can just have a shutout again. Well, there's been a lot of banter between these two teams.
I've really loved the Tarek-Cadian dynamic. They're definitely just shouting at each other a whole lot. You see the odds on screen, of course, brought to you by the bookkeepers of the Star Series I-League Season 8 Finals. It is, of course, EG with still the statistical lead, and I think they're favoring them coming into that third map, but that's brought to you by GG.bet. And outside of that sponsor, there's another one. It's called Strafe, and you guys have been casting your votes. It's about 70% to EG. Looks like it's actually got a little bigger since we last checked in. You guys still favoring EG, especially after that victory on Overpass. Makes a lot of sense.
Can I get it on Android, Alex?
You can. You can get it on Android and iOS, actually. I'm not sure about Linux. How do I say that, by the way?
Linux?
I've always read it.
Linux? I said Linux.
Wow, I've only ever read it, never said it out loud.
I also say Cache.
Linux.
So
You
I
do
wouldn't
say
trust
cache.
any pronunciations that I have to run with.
Yes. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and head to people who I think can pronounce majority of words in their vocabulary. It is none other than Henry Greer and Auguste Semler-Massonat.
Faith, that's a lot of faith to be putting in us, Alex.
A lot of pressure as well.
I know. I don't know if I can handle it,
I'm
Henry.
going to enunciate all my words here. I'll do what I possibly can. It's going to be heroic on that difficult T side here. And the flashbang is no good, Breezy. We'll just be finding that instant headshot. It'll be S-Tag to go down first and Cadian to follow. Breezy's on an absolute tear here.
He's having a great time. Down into the lower halls we go, and Breezy just already looking for more. Got control of warehouse now. He's going to be able to hold out and lock Heroic down in the lower halls now. As soon as they try and fight their way out, he's going to be looking for more headshots. He is down to 43 HP, so not the whole lot of work or a lot of health to work with. But his teammate Stanislaw is here to draw a little bit of attention to himself. And so there you go, another one. And that's 3 kills in the pistol round for Breezy. 2v4 now for Heroic. And, well, they've got a USP now, a P250 on Barp, and they're sticking on the Glock with Snappy.
Yeah, I don't think there's much chance of getting that bomb planted. If they do, I'll be impressed. Snappy has a flash. 4 versus 2. Breezy with 3. 50 seconds remain. Any kills will be valuable here. Likely to be forced by in the second. Ideally the third, but seems to be the trend that most teams force by in the second regardless. If they get the bomb planted, they certainly will. 35 seconds now. Trying to see if there's any mistakes being made, but EG have put the brakes on, waiting patiently. This is their round to lose.
Yeah, it is. And these guys are just breaking all the rules. I mean, there's clear signage that says that everybody needs to have a helmet when they're on the plant. None of these guys wearing a helmet right now. Somebody has got to call the responsible authorities. And Ethan looks like they're just going to go ahead and take care of that. So punishment has been meted out to Borup.
Oh,
and let's see,
bomb
Snappy
though.
might be able to get a plant.
No.
And no.
All right, well, Tarek's enjoying himself now. He knows this is the map that really matters. Sure, they want Inferno, but unless you win 2 of them, it doesn't really matter whatsoever. This is an elimination game, remember. If you're just joining us, you might have seen some of the hype going on social media. It was Inferno. The Heroic stole away the pick of EG in a convincing manner. Speaking of convincing, this was fantastic from Breezy. The fact he gets 3 in total, it was like a jumping shot. How has he reacted to that with such precision? Amazing.
He's going to be making noise every round now as well.
Of course.
These guys are in it. And, well, now let's see. We got the buy coming in here from Heroic. Deagles, CZs, P250s. Looking for perhaps an explosive play onto the upper side. Going to catch Stanislaw reloading. Good thing that Ethan's there. Triple kill for him with the USB. Looking for more. Nope, Stavin's going to get him. 2 kills for Stavin, but that's where it ends.
Yeah, I'm never a big fan of the second round force spy if you don't get the bomb plant down, on Nuke especially, because you can get the AKs down the third up against SMGs, and then you can really go to town outside of the AKs and your smokes and actually have a proper round. That was just nothing. That was just a pretty underwhelming upper take. They get a couple of Deagle kills, sure, but they got no plant out of it. I feel like the third round buy would have been a lot more effective, but that's neither here nor there. They're going to have an eco now, a couple of Deagles, 3 Glocks, I believe. Oh, and 3 Deagles, 2 Glocks. No armor, no nades. Try and get down towards lower, perhaps. That nade will go just behind them. Shouldn't do too much damage. I take it back. It does a lot. Blows them up, actually, but there's a kill. Stanislaw oversteps the mark.
He was kind of caught, but yeah, that was a couple of nades. Some good teamwork there from Evil Geniuses. And Breezy continues his reign of terror. Woo! Quick movement there from S-Tag. Ethan will have communicated that over to his teammates, though, and that's S-Tag, a dead man. So man advantage for Evil Geniuses on this anti-eco, and they continue to pummel the Danes. Heroic trying to live up to their names. And they are, in a way. I mean, they're putting up a fight, but they're also dying. They're going home on their shields, Henry.
They absolutely are.
Their mums will be proud.
I'm sure they are.
Wait, no, but isn't that who was that? Wasn't it it was Leonidas' wife, wasn't it? The queen said that, you know?
Yeah,
Come
maybe.
home on your shield or not at all. Something along those
You
lines.
sound like you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. There's going to be a history buff that'll be able to confirm or deny.
Well, AWP the Cirque, no helmet, but won't be a massive issue against these Kriegs and AKs, of course, but it's been a great run so far. Cirque will take minimal damage as he retreats from the Molotov there. It's Borup who have no vision due to the smoke, and at this point, it'll be a 5 versus 4. Cirque falling right back. His job is pretty much done at this stage. He'll probably be smoked off when they go for the cross, so he won't have any more opportunities to get multiple frags, but he's already given them the advantage. Potentially get a boost up on T-Red here. Not feeling it. They do have smokes across, but only 3 remaining now. That one will be investigating the radio room. No one there. So that comes back towards ramp.
Does draw Cirque back off of the yard, though, so Heroic might have a chance to work with here. A little bit of a molly onto the upper site, clear out that hut. And now, well, the rest of them, what is going to be the play here for Heroic? Down into the halls we go.
Stands dead, surely. Oh, the timing will be brutal here. Oh, spotted him. I was going to say, if he let him sneak down, then that'd be a rough one, but checking it every 5 seconds or so is perfect. That, not so much. Ethan down to 2 HP. Still a man advantage for EG, but down towards lower we go. Smoking the windows out.
Yes.
So trying to buy some space.
Oh, this is going to be painful if you go out there. And there's the shot, and it's a dead man.
And the bomb.
Yeah, bomb dropped now. S-Tag out in the yard, still hanging around here.
25 seconds, dude. He's got to get your skates on.
Get his skates on. Pull his socks up, mate.
Yeah. S-Tag, pull your socks up.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
Socks have been pulled up forever.
Indeed. It's Borob now, who is turned to Tarek. Going to be able to replicate the skill, as it will be him to take him down. And it's going to be 4-0. This could be an underwhelming finish here. With the start EG had, I feel like Heroic needed a really strong start on their T-side of nuke to really stand a chance here. EG are clinical on this map. They showed us that the first map loss was no problem. On the second, Overpass was such a convincing victory. Really didn't have many exciting moments at all to speak of. The bomb was barely planted for Heroic.
And they lost in not in overtime, but I think it was 16-14 to NIP yesterday. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was no easy feat. Or no, they won 16-14 versus NIP yesterday. So that's the thing. The point I'm trying to make here is that NIP, experienced on nuke, Evil Geniuses showing that they are competent on the map as well. And so it's not an easy run here for Heroic whatsoever. Wall of smokes goes down, standard fare here. Out in yard. Or checking. Just making sure that EG are going to be honest. Always good to keep an eye on the opposition. The slow play coming in here from Heroic. Just trying to wait for some of these smokes to clear up, but they've been doing a great job on Evil Geniuses. Moderate use of the grenades for now. Holding on to a couple smokes as well. And so when that push, when the time starts to run down on that clock, EG are going to be ready for them. And they're going to really make Heroic work for it. So plenty of flashes. And Cirque holding ramp. Do they have anything? Yes, they do have a flash they could put through into ramp right now. That could probably force Cirque off. And it does.
It's lovely. The thing is, the fact he's fired off a shot, I think that's enough to dissuade them. 45 seconds now. Problem is, Breezy is one of the most dangerous players in the upper bomb site in the entirety of CSGO. Not many players can take him down. There's no flashes to fend him off now. They use both their efforts towards ramp, and that's an easy kill for him. Ethan and Breezy towards the upper bomb site. That's going to be difficult to contain. And now they're still fighting back. But so snappy. S-Tag finds some space as well. They're still going to take down the final boss. 2 versus 1 now. 20 seconds remain. They know exactly where he is, and surely they've got the final frag. And there we go. It will be Heroic posting their first on the board. It was a little bit scrappy towards the end, but Snappy stood up and managed to get a couple of key frags there after losing the first pick as well. Good decision not to take the ramp room.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by that. All of a sudden, the explosive kills coming in there from Heroic. 3 kills in the span of a second. It looked like Evil Geniuses were going to get another lockdown going, but Heroic managed to find all the kills. And, well, it's looking like Heroic, that one win, prompts a tactical pause from them. So they will be having a bit of a discussion here as to what to do next. They need to keep this train going. This is their chance to break the Evil Genius economy. And Evil Geniuses will have a healthy enough buy on their side of things. Decent nade count, decent kit count. And so they're not out of the woods yet here for the Danes, but at least they're able to get around on the board earlier than 7-0. Yeah,
that's a good point. And it was a pretty convincing one towards the end of that. We'll see whether they can keep it up, though. Warp still out for Cirque. For Mass, though, for Ethan. And what will the pacing be here from Heroic? The SMG for Starvin. We'll see if he can make that work. 0-5 for Borob so far. One of the newer names in CSGO. See what he can do here. Same story for Cadian 0-5. Didn't notice that. He was instrumental to their success on Inferno. Been very quiet ever since. Smokes are all deployed outside, 3 of them. And I think it's the upper split, to be honest. The smokes are a bit of a ruse as S-Tag makes his way down. He's got good pacing behind him and actually changes his efforts towards heaven here. Tarek responsible for fending them off.
They know that he's there, though. They heard the footsteps. They know somebody's holding close. Snappy's keeping an eye on it. 1-for-1 trade in main. Ethan there to stabilize. Does he realize that somebody's already snuck out? Yes, he does. Gets the shot.
Great work.
That was key. Now S-Tag, he's going to make his way up here, and he does catch Ethan, but Tarek is still on the lower, and that is going to be a real sad time here for Snappy. Hoping to convert it into 2. Doesn't quite snag it.
Knows that S-Tag's still up there, though. He was the one that got the frag before.
He's got an AG, come on.
Yeah, that's true. He could descend it. As soon as you pull the AG out, that's when he swings. You know it.
Yeah.
He could throw it up the ladder, though. That could be nice. We'll see if it comes through. Just going to fall back. I like this from Tarek. Don't give that kill away. It's the bomb that's outside right now. That's on the back of Cadian. It will be Cirque getting lobby control. Knowing there's a player towards heaven, he can be relatively confident that lobby will be clear. Confirms that by getting radio control. 30 seconds now. Cadian isolated, sure. S-Tag's up there, but what can he really do with this?
Well, Tarek backing off without a peep has really left Heroic bleeding a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah.
Cadian and Estek have both been watching,
Yeah.
just waiting for this guy, and he's nowhere to be found. And so Cadian now has to go on the offensive. He's going to walk right into Cirque. There's the shot. That's the bomb down. Estek on the upper site with 24 HP. Let's see it. HE in, and Cirque does not miss the shot. So Evil Geniuses will stabilize in fine fashion, keeping 3 alive. They'll be able to drop rifles to their 2 teammates, and they'll get a very solid buy going into this one. And in the meantime, if there had been a bomb plant, Heroic would have been a real threat here, but they've got 2 players who are a little light, 3 players who are a little light on funds. Maybe a half buy coming in here. No, they're committing.
Well, Borup is. This could be more of what we saw. Oh, no, they are fully committing. You're right. Damn. Okay, Cadian's still in spawn, purchasing what he can at this point, so he'll save some money, which is good news, I suppose, considering he's the AWPer. 5-1 down, though. It is CT side of Nuke, but still really far from ideal when you're the clear underdog in this matchup. Flashbang from Cadian. He's going to set up an upper pounce there. There'll be a Molotov on top of the hut. And they might try and get players down towards lower. We'll see. You can see them lining up their utility right now. Snappy has got the Molotov. Waiting for an outside push right now. They're just going to wait out the smokes. Get lined up. Be ready to strike.
It is 1 for 1 still. Having the appropriate setup.
Yeah, Snappy can grab that now at least.
Is he going to find it? There it is. And he's appropriately punished. The footsteps gave him away.
That's so funny. Ethan's is there going, go on, I dare you. Go on, try and pick it up.
Oh, insanely frustrating here for Heroic. Getting whittled down one after the other. Ethan now on top of the hut. No Molly's going to be used up here either, it looks like. And down the vents they go. So we are going to get some pressure here on the lower side. What do we have in position here for Evil Geniuses? Doesn't look like much. Quick positioning here from Borup, though.
Yeah. A chance of actually getting the bomb planted. His Stanislaus is coming in wild. In terms of pacing behind, he's going to miss the initial shot, though. Maybe overcommits on that one, considering he's such low HP as well. I know he's trying to deny the plant, but it looked like he was a little bit too late to the party. Brings it back to a 3-on-3. Heroic actually have a chance here now. Flashbang will come out from Ethan, trying to take away a crosshair from that decon door. Nails the first shot, player towards Shadow. And that's going to be a... Oh, he can just full defuse this. Yeah, great call. I think it's done already. Yeah, okay, job done. Not really much to be said about that one, I'm afraid. As soon as he realized he got that key kill, no one else was challenging him. Yeah, just defuse it. He'll have to run over and you'll hear him.
That one flash gave it away. He knew exactly where that guy was coming from.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's very well played by Ethan. Good awareness.
Man. Yeah, we're seeing Evil Geniuses just ramp up now. Second terrorist timeout called here for Heroic. Yeah, there's Tarek.
He's feeling that. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, they're getting told off.
Look, guys, I know you're enjoying yourselves, but we're going to have a bit less of that, if that's all right. Yeah, all right.
Oh,
it's a yellow card.
Are they coming in with the yellow card?
I don't know. Maybe they actually are. I was kind of joking. He's reaching for his pocket. The referee's pulling it out. It's a yellow card, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not. I'm joking. I don't think there's anything in the rule book that denies you from
maybe in a tactical
shouting.
Timeout situation.
Yeah, I guess
it could be
a
little poor form.
You're right. You're right.
But I mean, I do like the fact that a ref actually stood in here. So fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe getting a little out of hand here, lads. And Stanislaw, well, he got annoyed with that. There it is. There's the one. Get the second. Oh, does it? But he did some massive damage.
Yeah, there's going to be oh, I thought he was going to pull the trigger.
So did I.
Yeah, there was a chance there. Got to jump up on T-Red potentially. So needs to be careful. Doesn't nail the shot. Flashbang to follow things up. He's still going to take another shot here. Smokes down all over the place. Vision is very limited indeed. The spots Cadian boosting up on T-Red. Those 2 low players are still alive and kicking, but not for long. Cirque wants to take everyone down with him. 4-on-2 now as Heroic will find himself in a disastrous position. Borup with the AWP. He's the rifler of the squad. He'll have to make do with the sniper for now and see whether he himself in the low HP can actually do anything with this. They have plenty of time, but not a lot to do with it. Hashtag's down lower. No bomb.
$50 seconds in the round, so we got a little bit of waiting here. Cirque still watching over his territory. And there's Cirque with the quad. Or triple, rather. Sorry. Stanislaw did mention that one earlier. But there it is.
Oh, all right. Family show, guys. That is going to be a yellow card soon if you're not careful. Anders got one this morning.
This is the thing. This is the thing. If you're going to go ahead and try and talk the smack, you got to keep up with it.
Yeah, it's so awkward when you do talk a lot of smack and you're getting absolutely ruined in the final lap.
Yeah, it's a reason why a lot of teams don't.
Yeah, that's the good point. Like, as much as we love to see it, like, that's a very compelling argument to say why he shouldn't, because when it goes wrong, it can feel really awkward as they go for a lower dive here. They've taken a lot of damage, but they have made at least one player down. It's going to be a plant. Starvin's going to have to try and beat the buzzer here. Has he got the HP to survive a nade? It might not matter. The incendiary will flush him out regardless. He will be going down. Oh, Tarek doesn't quite spot him. He's like, where is he?
Ooh, already off. Cadian, well, he's got the footsteps all over the place here. They're going to peek together. Solid setup, though, from Evil Geniuses. Very few weaknesses here. And now Stavin could hit the shot. Nope, not quite going to manage it. And this is where you hope. And a near flawless round for EG. 8 rounds on the board for them on the CT side of Nuke. And this is definitely not the map where you want to just be getting completely destroyed on the T side. You're just hoping to get a few more rounds on the board here if you're Heroic. I mean, they've showed that they're capable of. They showed that they were capable of it on Inferno, at least.
Someone's replied to your question.
Oh, excellent! Yeah, I mean, I know it means dire win, but it was the Spartans. It was the Spartans.
There you go.
Thank you very much, Adam Dean. Thank you very much. Appreciate
helping
it.
us out. You get a nice little shout out. That's what nice guys get.
Yes, exactly right. I love that piece of history. Thank you very much, Mr. Dean.
Either way, round 10, and we'll see ourselves with an 8-1 lead. It's not alarm bells just yet for Heroic, seeing as they're on the T side of Nuke, but there haven't been many rounds that have got right down to the wire. Barely any plants, and it was scrappy the one they did win. We'll see if they can start posting like 2, 3, 4 on the board. That would be great, but Tarek is just unrelenting towards the ramp room, keeps on pushing, drops the incendiary device from space. Breezy goes down through the smoke, though. Nice work. He was trying to push that hub.
Now we start to disrespect.
Exactly.
And this can come back to bite you, Evil Geniuses. Yep. If you get ahead of yourselves like this, you keep pushing through smokes. It works once, but then they're going to be aware of it, and Heroic are going to be watching all of them, as Breezy just found out. So, bit of a tight spot here. This favors Heroic with 4 alive. Evil Geniuses have been hitting all of their shots, and so curious to see here if they can keep this streak alive, Evil Geniuses. Main thing here is denying the bomb plants. If they can keep denying bomb plants, it's really going to put Heroic on the back foot economically. I'm liking this off angle here from Ethan, right in the hut, just waiting. Nades are going in. Let's see it. Flash on upper. Ethan doesn't care. Ethan is just going to take fights, and he loses it, but Tarek is there. Definitely not expecting the double up, and this is big. Tarek, 1v3, peaks, and Barp is there to end it.
There we go.
Second round on the board.
Yeah, that's much better from Heroic. A convincing one of that. Doesn't come down to the minutiae. They're able to keep 3 players alive, and we're going to round number 11 here. Money's still strong for Evil Genius. It's not going to be broken just yet. Can they keep it up? That's the question here. And he trying to come through Cadian. Has he got 0 frags? Is that true? Please tell me that's the bug on the score, but it's not. He's 0 and 9 right now. And that's a problem. Like, he's going to be the main focus now of Tarek's psychological warfare. Like, Cadian being 0 and 9, Tarek's going to let him know about that. Estag will open things up, though. Taking down the aforementioned Tarek in the opening duel. If this is enough for them just to fall back, that would be the ideal situation. Stavin will try and open things up further, making his way towards upper. He's probably got Breezy here, no problem. Nice work, that should be round.
Quick play to upper. This is very nice work here from Heroic. I like this. We're seeing a bit more pop in their step. Less hesitation, just follow up and get onto the points, and now it's Evil Geniuses. Economy is not fantastic for them, so if they can keep these 3 guns alive, that's a big win. Means that they've got a somewhat decent buy going into the next round. If they lose anybody here, though, might get a bit dicey. So, name of the game here for Evil Geniuses, survive the bomb going off. As far as Heroic are concerned, I mean, there we go. We start chaining some rounds together. 3 rounds on the board, soon to be here for Heroic. And you're starting to get into the realm of a decent first half here for Heroic. This is Nuke, after all.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we said. Like, the alarm bells weren't going off just yet. Sure, it hasn't gone great, but they've recovered these huge deficits before, even against this team. We've mentioned a few times with a 7-0 deficit on Inferno, they came back and won in overtime. So all you need is 3 rounds on the T side, like need being the operative word there. All you need is 3 rounds on T side of Nuke for it to be a half that's competitive. You know, like anything more is going to be much better, of course, but now they're looking like they've got a spring in their step. Round 12 coming through, and 5 rifles once again. Can Cadian find a kill, though? If VG start coming back online, they really are going to focus him. We'll see what the next play is. Outside smoke's deployed. Borup trying to get through towards Secret. He'll be alone for now, but he'll take heavy nade down. It's going to land right on him. He swallows him, down to 51 HP. His teammates will back him up. They're actually sending 4 players down towards Secret here. A fast little push down towards lower, trying to change up the pacing here. It's looking very good for them. They've managed to get the bomb down with pistols here a few times, but there's a CT player ready and waiting for them, I believe. There he is.
In the corner. There's one. There's the second. Tarek stepping up once again. And Cirque is there as well. 2 left alive here for Heroic. 2v4 as Evil Geniuses do manage to hold on the lower side. Tarek ready and waiting, man. It's so hard to catch him asleep these days. So much experience with that player. He's been through it all. But there it is. Headshot from Snappy. Catches Cirque peeking. Man advantage for Evil Geniuses still, but they are trading places. Mad Hatter is present. And the smoke going down is really going to force Snappy's hand. He has to go through this doorway. He has to win this duel. Doesn't get it done. Stabbing now the last man alive here for Heroic, but he gives it up, and now the bomb is going to get defused, and this is Breezy finding the final kill. 9-3 for Evil Geniuses. They stabilize. They get 3 players alive as well. Passing along those rifles, keeping the bank solid. But because of the way the economy works, Heroic have $1 billion.
Exactly $1 billion at this point. It's impressive. How will they invest it there? It looks like Cadian bring out the orb.
Rare metals, precious metals, and you know.
Those are the things that are always safe, you know?
American economy for sure. I mean,
exactly.
the stocks are killing it there. Let's get some stocks.
Oh,
don't do bonds, definitely not Germany. Let's go.
All jokes, all fun. And we are going to be into round 13, of course. Cadian with the AWP. Remember, he's got 0 kills so far, so trying to change things up. Not a single frag found, and he looks to his teammates' screen to work out what the next play is. See what can be done here. Much slower pacing. Tried to rush towards lower before, and Tarek was 1 step ahead of them. Managed to tuck himself in the corner. Didn't see it coming. Gets 2.5 kills. This time they'll rotate towards outside. Incendiaries, flashbangs, and a smoke available on the CT side. Cadian lines up the Molotov towards that hub position.
Surprise, surprise. It's going to get toasty, Ethan. Oh, he hangs around as well.
Oh,
2 HP.
Lucky boy.
Oh, Stanislav spotted 3 going down Secret, though. That's some good information here for Evil Geniuses to play on. And yep, Cirque going to get a smoke down already. Going to let him know. Heroic know that they do not have this for free anymore. Tarek here once again wreaking havoc. Snappy barely survives it. Now Ethan out in the yard. Does he catch Cadian? What a shot from Cadian.
He's arrived. He's on the board. And that might be the most important frag yet, because they've got themselves a 3 versus 2. Looking to get 4 rounds on the board here. Snappy comes up through the vents. They look confident that up is going to be clear. Stanislaw and Cirque are nowhere to be seen. They're both beneath heaven right now. Flashbang from Cirque to set up Stanislaw. Just the plant comes through. It could be absolutely magnificent. It's enough to get him a frag. Can't get a second, surely. It had to be a kill there from Starver. No, down to 2 HP. That was a calculated drop. Cirque will be taken down in the process. He'll just tap the bomb. Hopefully find the first headshot. Not going to happen. It's a good round there from Heroic. Cadian coming to life now. Not as loud as he was, but that's more like him.
That's what we were waiting for. Cadian is here.
Yeah.
And this is Evil Geniuses. They've been dancing on the edge of this entire time. Heroic keep having money to buy. Evil Geniuses on the back foot, no loss bonus. 1,400's all they get in the bank, and so they are going for it. They are swinging for the fences, Henry.
Yeah, this is the only map you'll really ever see the auto shotgun come out, but it can do magnificent work. I've seen some ridiculous things with that particular weapon on this map. It's Ethan to try and make it happen this time. All right, once again, fast towards outside. You want to keep those smokes consistent. As we saw before, they could send 4 players down there, 1 or 0. You just want to suggest that you might be sending someone down there, so someone has to patrol that position. It looks to be lower with 4 players towards ramp. Got to try and crack that position open, but the Cirque Orb is fended off once again. That flashbang is brutal for him, but he should be able to find something here. It does tag Snappy, but right for a wall and in the leg would only do minimal damage. Takes it to 67. That's much more like it, though. Borov with a lovely shot. The AK-47 will get Stanislaw. So, he's the outside player. Everyone knows it. Cirque will be with him, though, this time.
That's a tough break. Split second after the shot goes into Breezy. Still a man advantage here for Heroic.
They get this round, they're pretty much guaranteed the final one because there will be nothing left. 9-6 would be a great half heroic, but they still need to win this one, which could be problematic. Tarek has been an absolute monster in the lower bomb site as he hides in the shadows once again. It's up to Cirque to land the most important shot. He does it, and Ethan can backstab with the auto shotgun. You just love to see it. And there it is. They steal the round away. Tarek once again down towards lower. P250 this time, and he makes it sing.
I can't even believe what's going on here, man.
Yeah.
That first shot from Tarek, you say he needs to come up with a shot, he gets it, and then Cirque chimes in, did everything that they needed to here, AG, to wear these guys down. And we go into the last round, still rifles on the board for Evil Geniuses, but light on the nades. Heroic, full buy on their side. Kriegs, AKs, they're going to be fleet, they're going to be nimble. Some shots getting put through here and there. Opening skirmishes. Tarek with the FAMAS. What is he actually going to go? He has pushed through the smoke aggressively once, and it worked.
It's not clear when this fight. Tarek's with a cleaner crosshair.
Wild.
Doesn't have the information, gets a couple of bullets in it, but can't find the head. Tarek certainly can.
Wild. Tarek wins that duel. Man advantage for Evil Geniuses. That was a must-win for Tarek. So important. Now it's Heroic, who have the superiority with the nades, right? So they need to keep the pressure up, Evil Geniuses, and they do just that with that kill. Well, what are we going to get now? We're going to get that smoke wall a little bit later, it seems like. Positioning from S-Tag. Smoke wall going down. Going to be keeping Evil Geniuses a little bit in the dark. I think that's Cirque back in spawn. Yeah. Just watching. Unfortunately for him, he will find no targets. And so that means we will get Borp down through secret. Tarek still holding ramp. Tarek right now is just looking for information. He doesn't have the health to be looking for fights, so he just wants information. They take over ramp room, and yep, he's going to back off. So ramp room with the bomb. Cirque misses them. They make it down. This is all on Tarek now. Does he get another one? That would be absolutely insane. He gets the headshot. 3 kills.
Wow.
Blink of an eye here for Heroic. Ethan looking to bring it back. He can still deny the bomb plant, but he peeks wide, and Cadian's there.
It's got to be it, surely. The bomb will be planted. Cirque will be left in a 4 versus 1. He'll drop down. No one there. He wanted someone there to be available, to be honest, and nothing can be done. It's actually a pretty decent half, all things considered. Heroic were struggling. It's going to be 10-5 overall, but the T side of Nuke, that's absolutely fine. This is still anyone's game. We'll take a break and be back with the second half.
There you have it, Heroic getting the fist bumps out. These teams locking and loading because it's 10-5 at the end of the first half in favor of Evil Geniuses. We will trade sides now, and we'll see what Heroic are capable of on the defense. Evil Geniuses, they're going to be looking for that quick offense here. Just get the lockdown going. If they can win the pistol on T side, it's so huge on Nuke.
Yeah.
Every round is hard fought. Every round matters.
This is where it all comes to now. Elimination on the line. Heroic versus Evil Geniuses. Third and final map, final half. We've had so many overtimes here in Belek, but I don't know. Maybe there's one more here today. We'll see. 5 sets of Cav on the CT side. Stanislaw with the utility on the T side here. He's got the smoke lined up. Flash is available. Maybe the point is towards heaven by the looks of things. He hasn't shot the windows out. That hasn't gone well at all.
That is unfortunate.
I think unless I'm missing something completely, that was supposed to go towards heaven, and he didn't shoot the windows out.
Oh, Borup unable to pull off. But Ethan. Ooh, Tarek and Stanislaw just opening it up strong. Simon and Borup out. Every shot here is connecting for Evil Geniuses. They have completely swarmed the entire map, it feels like. Caden, why are you hiding? Oh, it's Stan who gets him too. Oh, the cosmic justice.
Why are you hiding? Oh, either way, I don't know if that smoke landed or not, but it didn't seem to matter. It will be straight down towards lower, pouncing on every kill. That's so funny. Caden, why are you just joining us? That's what they were shouting to Stan every single round. He was the last player alive. Oh, that's going to make him feel like a right knob. 2 and 12 as well. Oh no, look at this bicep. 2 shotguns and a scout. Now that must take you back.
This is really gone into the OG.
Novas, Max 7, scouts.
Let's get it.
You don't see the Nova too much these days. You really don't. Once a tournament.
Used to be good. I mean, did they nerf? I mean, I remember it being pretty strong.
It's still strong. Like, it can do work, and it's actually cheaper now as well, I think.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, it's a viable weapon, but, like, when you've got, like, the Max 7 there, which just seems so much better, it's just got a faster rate of fire, like, it just seems to be the one everyone goes for.
Peekaboo. Tension mounting. Cadian, if he repeaks this again, it's going to be a sad time. Whoa. A little bit of unintended damage there dealt to the teammates. They're getting soft on Evil Genius' side. Heroic doing a good job of whittling down the terrorists. But it's still, I mean, the firepower is there for Evil Geniuses and the nades as well. This will be the big one. Stamina's just been waiting so patiently in Hut this entire time, hoping that somebody walks in here close quarters. Do Evil Geniuses oblige? Doesn't look like it. It's going to be Snappy instead. Point blank, going for the spray. Not going to find it. Could be a quick swing. Ah, Stan is ready for it. You're not pulling the wool over Stan's eyes.
Well, Cadian does pull one back. Oh, I thought that was his kill.
Me too. I thought so too.
Not going to be the way. It's going to be now Borup with the 4 vs 1. Nowhere near the points of contention. And that's going to be round for Evil Geniuses, probably 2, to be honest. 12-5 will turn into 13 very quickly because they have absolutely no money. They went for the shotguns, the scouts, the pistols, and it's all gone wrong. Why are you hiding, Cadian? That's still tickling me. Oh, my God. Oh, that's the line of the day.
You saw how happy it made Stan, too.
Yeah. Well, here's the replay. Not much to report, I'm afraid. Pretty standard approach from EG, just whistling away at their opposition. No problem whatsoever. Has to be the eco here. They've got 2 nades for outside. A smoke for the rush. 3 nades now, so 3 nades outside. But the thing is, it's one of the most common approaches when you're on an eco. It would be foolish of EG to even be in a position where they can receive them. But you know what, Tarek? He'll fancy it. He gets past them.
Yeah, very quick. Closed angle as well. He knew what was coming. Molotov, though, that could be interesting. But this is pretty much a hard USP eco coming in from Heroic. Not a whole lot of firepower.
Not a lot.
Still expecting Evil Geniuses to be able to work their way through here. Cirque could be farming up at the Mac 10 as well. Oh, there we go. Flash on through. Surprise, surprise. Cirque will collect $600.
Thank you very much. And that's what you like to see.
That is what I like to see. I like to see the SMGs getting the eco kills.
Oh, the boost, though.
Oh,
it wasn't the boost. Money. It was the X-ray. Just bugging me out. Well, then. It is late. Snappy will get 1.
Tapping with a Mac 10 at range.
You'd love to see it.
Well, sometimes greed isn't good.
Whoops.
What was that?
Oh, a massive ring smashing the wooden desk. Will happen sometimes.
Well, this is awkward. 2 go down, and there's the nade to finish it, but that was what ends up being a bit of an expensive round here for Evil Geniuses. I mean, Cirque made his money. Losing Stanislaw, though, to a hard eco, that's unfortunate. And we will have ample funds in the bank for the AWP on Cirque if he elects to go for it, and he will. Full buy across the board. Tarek even having enough money just to, yeah, they are very wealthy right now, Evil Geniuses. 13-5. You would expect that with a name like Evil Geniuses. You'd expect them to not have to worry about paying the bills.
Let's see what can be done. Well then, this is pretty much do or die time for Heroic. Give this one up, you are done for. Happy feeling the heat towards Rampram, one of the most difficult positions on the map to play, normally isolated, alone, cowering in a corner, running from utility, listening to calls. Cadian, we flashed off. He doesn't get much information here, but they do get some decent... Oh, there's a gap there. That's nice. S-Tag will exploit it. Oh, there's a lot of damage inflicted and a man advantage now. Going to find the AWP. Tarek recovers it.
Oh, those are those unforced errors we've talked about in the past year, Henry. Those smokes, leaving gaps like that, shouldn't be happening. And if that is going to keep happening, Evil Geniuses will be hard-pressed because those smokes are so key. A flawless round here for Heroic. Great recovery on their side. Going to get a bunch of Kriegs. Yep, a couple of Kriegs saved. AWP on Cadian, no worries. But that is such an important smoke to get down. If you start leaving gaps, that's problematic.
You're absolutely right there. There is techniques the CTs can use to create those gaps as well, dropping the incendiaries in the smoke positions. I don't think that was the case that round, but there is certainly a way to make things a little bit more difficult out there. But let's see what this force buy will do from EG. Certainly is a force buy. 2 pistols in the mix. Bare bones in terms of utility, and we'll see what they can do here. Ow.
The age-old duel. Cadian electing to not participate. And S-Tag, yeah, you don't want to be facing into a Krieg, even if you've got one of your own. Stanislaus, no. I was going to laugh because Stanislaus was just like, all right, fine. Do I have to do everything myself? Fine, I'll throw the smoke.
Well, this time it's a different smoke approach. You can see they focus and focus smoking off the garage and the main entrance. So it gives you access towards the garage position. But you don't necessarily have to use it. Still removes a lot of vision and makes the opening CT spawn more problematic. You need a boost to look over them.
You need to speed things up a little bit here because those smokes, they will be clearing soon. Yep. And so now information regained here on the side of Heroic. S-Tag going to be communicating over to his team that he doesn't see anybody in the yard.
Problem is, Cirque with the AWP, he's the one throwing the utility now, and they can see why the T-side orb can be difficult to make impactful. That will be going down towards low up. Flashes will go in the Molotov too, and you can see it's so uncomfortable for the CTs here, but Borup, he'll manage to reposition. Get a frag back in return, but it's the CZ that somehow comes out on top. Borup now needs to find multiple kills. There's the first. He's in a 2 versus 1. Make it 1 versus 1. Takes a bullet to the head, though. That will be information that's given towards Ethan, but did he get spotted? I think he absolutely did. And now the race begins. Only be coming behind him. Looks like he absolutely will. The thing is, he can't make any noise if he's going to challenge. Great smoke from Ethan here. Bomb will be planted. You have to wake up pretty early in the morning to catch this young man out. And 1 bullet will do it to give Evil Geniuses pretty much a home straight towards this final map victory. Smoke dissipates. Kid available, but no chances there. Too much to look at, and it's going to be 14-6. Heroic, they have got a buy. There might have to be a tactical timeout, though.
That was just every step of the way, Ethan. Perfect.
Yeah, he knew what he had to do
Had
there.
the
As soon as he's
door
gone to the
closed as
vents.
well.
Yeah. Smoke down, no way you could chase behind him. Just picture perfect.
Yeah, you got to give it to him. 14-6 now. Evil Geniuses, they're looking solid here. On T-side nuke, another tactical pause coming in here for Heroic. They are on CT nuke. They could run it all the way back. Entirely possible here for them. The focus has got to be real right now for the Danes. It's been a rough journey for them. This is a lower bracket match, keep in mind. You may be thinking, Evil Geniuses, oh, they're probably upper bracket, right? Oh, they're probably doing pretty good. Nope. Evil Geniuses lost to NIP yesterday. They are in the lower bracket. This is
I don't know what's happening.
This is an elimination match.
Yeah, no one really seems to understand this tournament. But could be one of the penultimate rounds here. We will see as we get into round 21. M4s across the board, no kits. They can still bring this one back in the CT side of nuke, but it all begins here. They need to convert this round. Fast pace from EG. They're looking for the haymaker knockout blow. The HE is fantastic, though. Towards the hut, Borup will be. Can he get multiple kills? He can't. And now that's the kill that might decide everything. 2-on-2. Stanislaw looks so strong in this position. Now it's up to Snappy. He's coming from the hut. I think he's done enough here. The timing could be spot on, but they've scampered down towards lower. He has got his work cut out for him now, Semler.
Unbelievable.
How did they get away with that? It looked like he absolutely wrecked him with the flank, but no. Everything's been reset. He still has a strong chance, but remember, no kit spotted. And needs to get away now. The low HP Stanislaw. He knows what both of them are. Snappy, that is. Nimble. I like that. You can't defuse it.
They have no way of knowing, but he's got the... Cirque should have the lineup on the bomb. There's the one. Oh, the incendiary!
Oh, he's done
Oh, that's a nightmare! He's not gonna have time!
He just has to full defuse it pretty much. Like,
He's off of it!
can't win now. Unfortunately for him, he has to get the hell out of there. They didn't bring a single kid into the round, and it's enough. EG with the MAC-10s, the AKs, they rush in towards upper. It was scrappy, but they make it work. The bomb planted 2 versus 1. Snappy did what he could, but now they require 9 rounds in a row. He gets the frags, but didn't have the kit all the time, to be honest, even with it. This is the frag that really mattered. Sir getting out there, picks up the AK, then converts it as well, thinking fast on his feet.
Yeah, he's so quick, isn't he? But what a snap call to go lower like that. They could have hung around, but no, just straight down the vents, no hesitation. Double auto shot.
Finally, someone's doing it. Brave enough to bring out the double auto shotguns. I've been waiting for this. Let's get it.
Stan just missing the chance there. But yeah, they're going to be looking for close quarters combat. There's the duck hunt. They line up for S-Tag. That was big. 2 kills that they desperately needed this round, Heroic. Man advantage.
See. This is the moment now. The shotguns are still out. At this point, 1-man advantage might not be enough, and you've got 2 shotguns and MP9. No utility, no kits, and Ethan, Cirque, and Stanislaw are hungry for blood. Stan checking towards main entrance, recovers the bomb. So plenty of time here. His teammates are towards heaven. Strong position, all things considered. In terms of the weaponry available on either side, this is where you'd like to be. Keep things at range, but that's not ideal. The bomb's gone down somehow.
Wait, but that was at range with an MP9?
Yeah, somehow.
What is this meme? When did memes become dreams, Henry? Oh my goodness.
They've done enough here, Heroic.
They can get the plant now.
That's when things become a little more tricky. They've got no kits, remember.
They have all the edge. Oh, Katie gets a Galil at least, but I mean, they still have all of the edge with double Krieg, 1 on high, 1 low like this. This is still so hard for Heroic to pull off. 1 kit. They have to get it right. Cirque in position, picks up the first one. Shotgun coming right at him. He's trying to run out. He's trying to set it up for his teammate. Teammate still has positioning. There's 1 down. Looking for the second one. They know it. The headshot. Ethan! Going for it. Where's the kits? They find it.
Okay, well, it's an auto shotgun that saves the day. It's going to be the round for Heroic, but still, it's agonizing. He'll look for the Krieg if he can. Starvin finds it. He saves the day for now. He's going to take 8 rounds in a row. Certainly possible on this map, and they've kept Evil Geniuses on a leash. Even with the bomb planted, they can't really buy into this round. They had no loss bonus to speak of whatsoever. Almost everyone's under $3,000. Great stuff from S-Tag to give him a chance in the round. It comes right down to the wire, though. Cirque, it looked like he did enough, and he jumped in towards the lobby. Trying to find the kit. Starvin managed to win the round. It's going to be a full eco now from EG. These rounds can sometimes work there. If you go for something mental, like it's an outside rush towards that main roof, drop down, overwhelm a player, and then you catch everyone with nades in their hand. Or Katie misses a shot, which he's not going to. That could have been the bombs drop. It's going to be the round. He's starting to find some frags here now. 0 and 12, I think, at one point, but there's the 3rd from this round. Make it the 4th. Looking for an ace. That'd be a nice consolation, considering he's had a slow run of it. Even after an ace, he had 10 frags, but he keeps him in that round. No problem at all. 15-8.
Yeah, he has caught up. Surpassed Stanislaw. Maybe you should shout about it.
Yeah, let him know.
Hey, Stan! You remember how to hit headshots? You click on the left click button.
Yeah, that would tell him. This is, to be fair, against Glocks, it doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it's nice for Katie and just to kind of get himself back in the game. They are going to have this sort of comeback. They need him coming online. They need him to feel confident and like he's himself. That's going to boost that.
Oh, fast smokes. Big aggression outside. Triple Krieg, double Galil. Straight down, or not, into secret. They're thinking about it. Tarek kind of dancing around, waiting for the smokes to clear. Oh, radio, this is going to be fun for Snappy. Fun. For whom? Might be for Evil Geniuses because they're about to come rip-roaring through here. He spots him, though. Does manage to back off. S-Tag in the corner. Looking for the second. He gets the second. Nearly a 3rd. Snappy's there to help out as well. Just like that. 3 quick kills for the defense. Heroic coming alive here when they needed to. Still plenty of time, though, for Evil Geniuses to work with, but they're very low on utility. And Tarek has been spotted in the lower halls. Well, he knows that there's 2 down there now, I'm pretty sure. So that's some information to go off of here for Cirque.
Well then, this is surely Heroic can hold on and start edging their way towards double digits. That's going to be the first objective here. Certainly still possible to take us to overtime. This tournament's got a bit of a track record of that sort of thing. And now Cirque has the bomb towards low, but he's not going to go for the instant plant. He's going to use that time. Get them a little. He's going to allow them to even investigate towards lower. Just like say, oh, this is clear by the looks of things. It looks good. See if there's any kills available. Anyone walk into his crosshair? Might as well wait. He hasn't got the HP or the resources to do much else. Seeing if anyone will go out of position as they wait patiently now. They'll win the round, but at what cost?
He might just save the Krieg here. No, he is going to try and go for the plant. 10 seconds left. Sticks it. Bonus money for the team. That is important. Even if he goes down. Bonus 800. Boss bonus is building as well.
It's a good plant for sure. They needed it. Money's starting to become a bit of an issue here on the T side. They just need one round to eliminate Heroic out of the tournament. It's our final matchup of the day, final map. Finished yesterday about 12:30. It's now 10 p.m. here, so a couple of 2-0s have led us to a slightly earlier finish.
Had 3 2-0s, I think.
I think you're right, yeah.
It's just been a day of 2-0s.
Which is a strange one. What day is it today? It is Wednesday. I never know what day of the week it is. I never know what month it is. I'm just perpetually in Counter-Strike World.
That is it. And it's always sunny in Counter-Strike World.
Well, I'm not sure
look
about
at this
that.
map.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. It has been today. I've really enjoyed this particular series. It's been a lot of fun. We'll have flashbangs towards main entrance, and Ethan will be leading the charge here. Smoke's down as well. This could be, that's the snowball effect I'm talking about. Get that rifle, all of a sudden this team can come to life. The CZ's going to town here. Is it going to be enough? Cirque will be able to let us know right now. It looks like he might be out of time, as Tarek is nowhere to be seen, but he is lurking. He's beneath them in heaven. This could be it. If he gets the low HP kill outside, it's not going to happen. Katie will find him. Cirque with a chance to get another, but still, so much work to do, even though it's a 2 versus 1. Recovers the Krieg. Bomb still down and out of position. It's going to be the double digits for Heroic. A decent effort there. Evil Genius is rushing towards up as always a scary prospect. Now just 5 rounds in a row. Remember that? That was quite the mission they put themselves up against here. Well, 4. No reason why they can't get 5. Frag leaders right now. S-Stag with acquired 21 kills. Hasn't had massive moments, but he's certainly contributing every single round. The very tippity top will be Cirque with 26 and 14. As we get into what could be the final round once again. A pretty much full buy for EG. They haven't got all the grenades they need, but they have the rifles, that's for sure. Good grenades, Stanislaw. They'll take pretty much maximum damage there.
Yeah, that's painful. Oh. Waiting game for the smokes now to clear. Cadian has changed his positioning up. Haven't seen him go Seeker with the op yet, so this could be fun. He could get the drop on Evil Geniuses. This would be big. Do they have an incendiary? They haven't quite decided to use the incendiary towards Secret yet. That's usually what goes on here. Communication going on the side of Heroic. We could see there. Could hear him a little bit too. But here it is. Flash the shot. Excellent teamwork there from Heroic. What a great setup. Ethan looking to trade it. Of course he does. Borup doesn't even know what hit him. It was so quick. And now stabbing on the rooftop. He's going to be getting the spot. Doesn't do the damage, and he dies. Snappy's here as well, but he gets traded by Breezy. Man advantage for Evil Geniuses. But now we're into an even situation. As Snappy goes down on the site. It is a 2 versus 1. It is a man advantage for the Evil Geniuses. And they should be able to get the bomb plant.
The man who's been underperforming, Cadian, the team captain, looking to step up here. He's been playing his heart out this series. He'll have to do it one more time. The worst weapon for the job here. Can't nail the first shot. That's it. And unfortunately, we say goodbye to Heroic. It's a 2-1 victory for the Evil Geniuses, but they had to work for that, Sam. That first map was one of the most exciting tournaments we've had so far.
All right, 16-10 in the end.
Yeah, but Heroic can't be upset with that at all, right? That's one of the hardest hitting teams in CSGO right now. Evil Geniuses on a good day as well. They had some fantastic moments. Remember, they were 7-0 up. They showed tenacity and character on the Heroic side of things. This is a new lineup with little to no experience. They haven't had much time together at all. And they managed to really give us a good showing today. And took down Na'Vi as well, 2-0, if you remember. So like they've had a very promising tournament. No one's expecting them to make it to the playoffs. They've shown themselves, and I'm sure they've learned a lot.
Man, Na'Vi are watching this right now going, we lost to this? What?
Indeed.
Oh, no, Na'Vi are already on a plane back home. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. But Oh, tough break for Na'Vi. Heroic, though, I'm glad to see it. I really am excited. And Caden's been around forever. He's been talent. He's been on the analyst desk and
He was
casting.
talent
He's been
at
playing.
ESL One Glow 2015.
Dude, he's been everywhere. So I'm
Yeah.
glad to see him on a roster playing against some of the best teams in the world. So
Sure.
it's exciting to see another Danish team, as if they just couldn't get enough players at the top.
Yeah,
Sweden and Norway. Well, Norway, that we can't even talk about.
Yeah, well.
Vendetta, come on, man. What's going on up there?
You want him to step it up?
Yeah, where was Rubino? What happened to Rubino? What rock is he hiding under?
I have no idea.
It feels like there was a guy who had some real potential, and then he just didn't really manage. But there we go. Evil Geniuses, they take it 2-1 after an exciting series. Heroic, plenty of potential there. And we're going to find out now from one of the players. I do believe it.
We have returned. Let me adjust myself in my seat. Yeah, so as I was saying, right, this is like a reasonable seat. When you're a giant dude, like it's like you're sitting all the way down here. This is normal people's seats. But for me, it's like, I'm too big for this, man. I need a chariot on an elephant, like Xerxes. Was he on an elephant in that 300 film? Or was this being carried by people? Whatever it was, I need that kind of thing going on. Minus the rings. What'd you say?
It was CGI.
I wasn't asking if it was CGI, but just what was the thing underneath? It's like having two Dans. Yeah, help me out, man. God damn it. We're going to Dust 2. Tricked lost the first map. They started on the CT side. Things look promising, but then they didn't because Big overwhelmed Xantares with a standout performance. And that's why he's on the team. That's what you want to see from him more consistently. Not carrying the team per se, but just having that heavy output because we know he's capable of it. We haven't seen it in a while. And we want to see it more often than not. I think Big need that. Big want that. And I think for you to develop more of a fan base as well, you want to see these kinds of things from Xantares, but Counter-Strike's a difficult place, man. It's not easy to do these things. He does make it look easy, though, when he is playing at his best. And
I mean, that game looked like they gave him more chances to succeed, as compared to usually it feels like he's just kind of walking around. Do you know what I mean? He's not like being explosive.
Of a system.
Yeah.
As part of a system.
Yeah, he's
I'm a cog in this wheel, and really he should be like.
Should be the wheel.
He should be the chain gun on the outside of a helicopter. You know, just be blasting.
I think if you have someone like him, he should probably be getting majority of the opportunities if you are doing playmaking, right, on the big side. So I think that's good. That it seems like they're translating into overpass at least.
That's good. Now we move to Dust 2, familiar territory. I don't know what much there is to say for Dust 2 at this point. Really, we'll just have to.
I mean, it's a big map. I mean, they've always liked Dust 2. They've got great. Smooth has only whiffed once that we've seen. So I think it should be a good look.
Dust 2 is a UK special as well.
And if they found whatever they found with Xantares and Overpass, and they can translate that on Dust 2 too, that'd be really interesting. Because they're a team that has the tactics, they know how to play it, and so I mean, it feels like they should be able to outmuscle Tricks even more here. In theory, you know.
Well, A-Core, man. We've got A-Core on the go.
We got Tabson.
We got A-Core.
Tabson and Smooya and Xantares.
We got A-Core.
And Hunden.
You guys are Hunden cancels it out or something?
A-Core around the A-bomb site has been interesting.
It's true.
Well, we can see the updated Pinnacle odds. I mean, yeah, the score was close. I don't know, man. I want to see something here from Tricked. I want to see 3 maps. I'm liking watching Tricked win or lose. It's I feel like I just want to absorb more of their play and learn more about their individuals and how they operate as a team. So I just want to absorb more Tricked games. I've seen Big for forever, but obviously they're of interest to see how they're doing with their new roster, non-Gobby. Do we know what Gobby's doing at the moment? I don't know that we do.
No
Like,
idea.
I don't know if he's playing an active role in the team, or if he's just enjoying some family time, some time off, some time in the sun. It's sunny here in Santa Monica. It's kind of cold in Europe though, at the moment. But maybe, who knows? Maybe he's not at home. Maybe he's in the Bahamas. Maybe he's diving with sharks.
Maybe he likes the cold.
Perhaps he does. Some people do.
Do you?
It's cool when players. No, I can't tolerate the cold at all. I'm really bad with cold. So like when I go diving, I wear a 5mm suit, whether it's the Caribbean or Catalina Island. Always in a 5mm suit. But some players go diving. I get PMs from players about going diving, about grip tape on mice, about keyboards, and a few other things.
Have you tried grip tape on keyboards?
Do you know what? Okay, no. But so when I got into all the mechanical keyboards and so on, you can do your switches, your custom cases, your lights, your underglow, that kind of thing. But once you've gone all that, the next stage is lubrication. Okay, I'm not lubing switches. I'm not lubing anything. I'm not buying lube. That's just too much. I don't want to be. And people are like, dude, but you really need to try. I'm like, I'm not.
I didn't know that was a
talking
thing.
about lubing. Yeah, putting lubrication in the keyboard switches.
But you've gone so far already. Why not
yeah,
do all
but
of
this
it?
is like there's a long corridor, okay, and the corridor is dark, and there's the faintest light at the end, and there's a door. It's like a rusty handle.
And lube is coming out of it. The door.
No, you go into that door, and when you go in that door, you're never coming back. I don't want to go in that door. That's how I see it. It's like Alone in the Dark, like Silent Hill.
So you're just going to
There's nothing but it's just a room of horrors.
I don't see how that's not.
No, I'm not in the corridor.
But you said
I'm going past the corridor. No, I said there is a corridor. I didn't say I'm in the corridor. I don't have to be in the corridor for the corridor to exist.
So where are you then? If you're not in, so you're going past the corridor, but where are you?
It's like you're in a game and there's a freaking cat under a light. It's a side quest, right? It's like you can choose to take this.
Okay.
You don't know where it might lead you, or you could just go past it.
Cat under
I'm going past it.
What kind of?
It's a meme on Twitter or somewhere. Anyway.
Is that kind of furry MMO or something?
Anyway. The corridor, I don't have to be in the corridor for the corridor to exist. Okay, I'm going past the corridor.
It's a side quest for you.
I can see the corridor, and it's not a place I desire to venture into. I'm not curious at all about the corridor.
That's a very...
That corridor leads to lubrication of keyboards, and I'm just not about that life.
Yeah. But if... Never mind.
Yeah, let's leave it there.
I'm not going to go into existentialism or anything like that. We could have gone down that road, James. I'm going to save you from it. If you appreciate the mercy.
I do. I do. I know you way too well, and I'm really happy that you're not doing that right now. Anyway, I've put a tweet out, guys. I've put a tweet out regarding how many days it's been. So if you enjoy the memeing of the 420 and so on, I mean, right now the time is 12:15, but who knows? Somewhere in 5 minutes it's going to be 420, right? Surely. So if that's the thing for you, there you go. You can take a screenshot. I've got a hands up.
420. What plant is that? And why does Valens get the biggest plant?
Exactly. I like it.
Because he has the biggest space next to him on the camera.
Is it real?
The space needs to be filled. Is it real?
Can you confirm?
I know, but now you guys don't.
I think I do.
Okay.
I think, no, I do.
Man.
I'm fairly sure I know if it's real or not. This
Don't
plot's
tell
cool.
them.
This plot looks like that stuff that cats sometimes eats.
Someone's getting a Skype call.
Might be you, James.
Testing sounds. What is that stuff? That grass? There's some kind of grass thing that cats eat.
Ferns.
I think it's to get rid of
Catnip.
like fur balls or something.
Catgrass.
Catnip. Catgrass.
There is not a grass called catgrass.
There is.
That's a brand. You've become Americanized.
No.
That's like saying Kleenex instead of tissues.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to tell me that science has named grass cat's grass? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm not going to give you the Latin name for a plant, James. I'm sorry.
See, you were lying.
It can be called by another
You're
name.
misleading the audience.
Everything has a Latin name.
What is it used for?
I think it's like this grass you can grow, and cats will eat it because you know they're always licking themselves and they get like loads of fur and stuff. I think it helps them.
I'm going to look this up to confirm.
Rid themselves of fur balls.
Okay.
I
so
believe.
They're eating something to help cleanse their.
Yeah. Yeah, because cats like their livers are crap compared to
called
dogs.
catgrass.
According to whom?
If you want the Latin name, James.
According to whom?
It's Dactylus glomerata.
So it's not called catgrass then?
Also known as cocksfoot, orchard grass, or catgrass. It's a common species of grass in the genus Dactylus.
I'll take orchard grass.
It is a cool season perennial sea bunch grass native throughout most of Europe, temperate Asia, and northern Africa.
You just said a bunch of stuff that could be out of Harry Potter.
Orchard grass. I like orchard grass. Oh, you know what? The word orchard is a great word, don't you think?
Orchard?
Orchard. It's a really nice word.
Look.
Couldn't be...
Cocksfoot.
Yeah.
So the main name is Cocksfoot then?
No, I gave you all the names. That's one of the names.
But it's the primary. It seems to be the primary name, Cocksfoot or orchard grass. Catgrass is the last suggested name.
Yeah, there's a branding issue with Cocksfoot, isn't there? You're not going to buy that.
It's not the... Okay, I know there's cat people at home.
It's catgrass. I bought some. I saw that in the farmer's market. Homegrown catgrass.
Farmer's market can call it whatever they want.
The cat's grow.
Yeah, the name. How else are you going to sell it? It's not the name of this. Anyway, we're going to piss around. And we already have the first kill. First blood has been drawn. Smee is dead. He's dead. Now Tabson, what? This is a dangerous position. This is a really dangerous position.
This is one of the worst angles in Counter-Strike, I feel like.
Yeah.
And that's
oh dear.
It is just so exposed. There's literally nothing you can do playing against headshot position. Pretty rough. Nice flash from Hunter. Not going to help him. Xantaurus cannot be flashed. Cannot be killed.
Oh, goddamn. He is ready, and so is Tizian, looking sharp from start to finish. Tizian finds the sharp end of an object, though, and down he goes. Xantaurus now looking for two more. Spots one in CT. Surely there's time to try and do this. No kit to be found. He finds the bomb, but there's no way, surely. Bosque has no idea. One tap, and there's a defuse kit. Xantaurus.
Hunting's going to be sad because he's the one that gave that first kill long on the flank. He just takes its time a little bit. Could have gone a different way.
Xantaurus is the Terminator. He's gone Terminator mode.
That's in theaters now.
I really enjoy that he uses mouse excel because it used to be so cool back in the old days whereby you could really tell who was playing without seeing the name of the player. If you watched, you could just know who that guy is. I mean, you can do it with some CSGO players. Like, I'm 100% sure I could identify Shocks, for example. You know, they just have certain types of mouse movements. But these days, everyone kind of uses the same settings, the same sensitivities. It's actually surprised me since I've been looking into it how many people use exactly the same stuff.
Bells have been rung. Do you miss the days when you could spray the car position through the wall?
I do. I miss the days that you spent the first 30 seconds of rounds observing, spamming. I mean, that's it. Yeah. I don't know if I miss it, but
it's a nostalgia thing, though, isn't it? It's like at it in its time, it was really awesome. But if you made that the case now, it wouldn't necessarily bring back the memories.
Yeah.
Of then, when you were younger, and you know you had different priorities and things.
It would suck. It's historic. Let's leave it that
way,
right?
Yeah, that's what I think. Although there are wallbangs to be had on the new cache, which are really interesting.
I think they've effectively nullified the freeze this round, and I like that a lot.
The absence flashes were pretty sick.
Yeah, flashes have been a big part of the story. A constant in the timeline of this game. How many bullets were in the MP9? I'm guessing he doesn't want to reload to reveal his position, but that will certainly do it. The Creek's collected 29 bullets remain. There's the first 1v1. Nobody by the window. Two players, both by the mid doors. 19 seconds. The bomb is the prize. He's got his eyes on the prize. And Big are going to let him take it. They're going to start to swing as he looks away. He will get tagged with the scout. There will be upgrades for Big. And they're 2-0.
Xantaurus is going to get 40 kills.
Are you going to pick a player every day to get 40 kills? It was 43 specifically yesterday for Playmeth.
I know, I was tempering it a little bit now. Learn my lesson. Just mere 40 this time.
You know what I don't like about that round from Tricked is they had Kriegs and guns in general, and They went upper B, and then they went mid. They completely ignored the long-range battles of Cat, Long. So it's a bit of an odd decision from them.
Yeah, I definitely hear you there. Give tabs in a few engagements. Yeah, it is always a bit odd when you see a team pick a certain pick a certain rounds, have certain criteria which would be the strongest way to run that round, but then they do something that plays into away from the strengths of what that round could be, given what they have. That happens a bit too much as well.
Might be a caveat too of how Hunden likes to call. He probably doesn't really like those kind of partial buys where it's more like just individuals making plays. He likes a little bit more structure, so not super surprised.
That's a good point.
Going deep with Smooya. He's got the angle. He has enough cover to fall back.
He hits these.
According to Sliggy.
1 bullet. How many kills? Will they line up for him?
Ooh, they're baiting. Now he's got a problem. He hits 2. He kills 2. Can he do it with 30? Can Smooya looking for the 4th now. Just buying time, baiting. There's a flashbang from his teammate. Perfect timing. A flick through the corner of the wall. Won't hit the mark, but he has held somehow. He has held on his own. 3 players, no trade. Tag from 21 to 18. Maybe Connor was onto something because Smooya's looking good today.
Don't try this at home, kids. Do not defend that position with an AWP.
You've got to be
leave it to the professionals, please.
Got to be a young, Larry UK lads. He's very familiar with Greg's.
He's done the rotation as well.
He pulled a glaive.
Excellent.
Yeah, he's done it.
Nobody even saw that.
The glaive, I like it. I like how many things are glaive things. That's you know,
just called winning glaive.
Yeah.
You know, they're glaving. They just glaive around.
Repositions. The 3rd one was very unlikely. And the 4th one was a nice surprise. That's a devastating round from Smooya. Look what it's done to the economy of Tricked.
Yeah, bigger looking. Like this, I guess it kind of goes to what you were saying in the pre-game, James. Bigger looking really good right now. Like really, really good. Like everybody's really hitting their shots. The flashbangs are really good. And that's the thing, is like you have Tabson, you've got Smooya, you've got Xantares. Obviously Tizian and X are great as well, but the star potential in those 3 mentioned, if they're all actually having a good game, it's like, it doesn't matter really who you are. They are dangerous, very dangerous. We can see Trick struggling with this right now.
Xantares gets tagged. Trying to do something around the smoke, but he's pretty low now. Wonder what his intentions are with the smoke. You can see it pointed at the basket. Is it full of rice? Full of grain of some description. He's being very, very careful. There's a flash behind him. Great support from his teammates, running low on bullets, but Tabson is here to clean up some taps. Not Jack in the Box. Is it Jack in the Box a hammer thing?
No, whack-a-mole.
Jack in the Box. There's a name for it with Jack.
Hungry Hippo.
Yeah, but where's Jack? Where does Jack come into it? Is it a UK thing? There's a Jack somewhere.
Jack in the Box is like a box. And then
there's a box,
pops out of the box. A guy, little clown, jokery looking guy. That's a Jack in the Box.
No, but I think there's another Jack.
There are a lot of Jacks.
Lumberjack.
There's another name. There's another name for this game. I'm telling you. I'll get there. Somebody help me. I need help. It was a game in like old, you know, seaside places in the UK, and you'd smash things with hammers like rabbits or something.
Sounds like anarchy.
Yeah, whack a rabbit.
Did you just make up that name?
Jack
okay,
Rabbit.
someone will help me. We'll just have to let it go for now. I'm very lost. Tizian is trying to drop some weapons on the Tricked side.
That's a big kill.
It's a lot of information.
He was in T-spawn. That's interesting.
It's a great adjustment. I think you mentioned that, Valens, yesterday about Team Liquid, in fact, just taking the space it's given you and finding ways to make plays off of it. And we've got a 3v3 now where Big have that info. They have max utility still on the remaining players. That's really insane. If Trick played is too slow, that utility is just going to win the round. Smooya might do that as well. Catches
Nice
the
shot.
jump. That's beautiful. That's a great pick.
I've got so many pop flashes on the big squad. And indeed, that utility is killing the time, and it's made them go from plan C to plan D, heading towards the B bomb site now, perhaps identifying that there are 2 players on A, but there's still 1 to deal with on B. Next, with a very tight angle, they line up from, there's an instant trade from Acor. 10 seconds, crosses the doors, no one has the angle, and now you wonder, maybe it's 50-50. Acor is that dangerous.
Yeah, he's not the guy you want to be facing in this situation. He's going to go for the pick. Oh, I'm not sure what that was about. He's going to find one anyway, taps and crawling around. And now it's Smooya versus Acor. Who will be the king of the orb in this game of Dust 2? It's all decided here. Acor's got a good position. He's trying to...
What is that? Why did he shot twice that round?
Yeah,
for no reason?
I don't know.
I mean, he was pre-firing obviously the first times, but still.
That's weird.
I don't know if that was
That has to
bait?
be a
The switches need some lubrication.
mistake.
Yeah, lube up.
That has to be a mistake.
Nuts.
I can't make any sense of that. I don't know what you could possibly gain from that.
It's also a classic way to play a 2v1. You hide, one guy goes in, then you just go in from the same angle. So Big played that pretty well.
The bait setups can be very, very good. And then keep the clean sheet, Big. An exchange on long could be very costly. Xantares will have to fall back. Next is not going to be saved. Annihilated through the smoke. Now do Trick slow things down, so they look for an aggressive play in response from Big. Hunden might be doing that, looking towards B tunnels, but Smooya's going through mid doors.
The really cool thing is that Big still have 3 smokes. They've still got incendiaries. Nice pick from Smooya. Well, they're going to retake the long position or try to do so. Still 2 players there, and Tizian will go down. Now it's Xantares. Terminator mode engaged. Let's see what he can find. That is the bomb here. That is the bomb. And that's the incendiary to block him from escaping. I think they must know that that's the bomb. Xantares, if he wins this 1v1, that might be the round. There's the flick trying to walk through the smoke. Bubsky could perhaps to try to wait it out, but again, a part of the reason why Big are having success is because they are holding onto their utility for dear life. That incendiary in the doors preventing the escape. That's awesome. When do you see that? That's really cool. Now Hunden has to clutch it against Smooya and Xantares. It's not a fun place to be. Xantares will finish him off.
Bonk.
I liked how that round started. They got long control, Trick did. But then it almost seemed like the long guys just said, hey, work your way up cat, we'll wait for you. You see here, Shush is walking up cat. And for some reason, that's not really how you should play this situation. The long guys probably should do like a flash at the corner right here, throw some cross smokes, then let the cat guy work. You baited out some pressure. But here, it was just, they waited for the cat guy. Cat guy got killed by Smooya, jumped out Xbox. Then your split is gone. You know, they know where you're at. I think it's a little bit of an odd decision after the initial long control, which is great.
See what Pinnacle think of this. They're disgusted. They are disgusted by the lack of rounds for Trick here. A 10-1
Where you at, Trick?
situation on the odds.
Where are you at?
So they need to find something. This is still salvageable, but 7 rounds on the CT side is a huge amount of rounds, with the prospect for a lot more as well. This is a rough situation.
The scouts. Well, that's scary. Don't want to jump peek it though.
Oh. Oh my god.
God damn.
He's going to silence them 4.
He's glaving.
He's claving.
Okay. That's something. A bomb plant would be nice. Creating some space with some utility. Smooya is here though. Acor looks good for a bomb plant unless there's a jumping play. But Bubsky's running distraction in the meantime, stopping those jump peeks from the CTs. Damage won't be great, but the bomb plant will give them some bonus cash. Again, you plant the bomb, 4,200 you can always buy in a situation such as this where your loss bonus is at its maximum.
I have a question for you, Benz. What is your opinion on the Silent Stem 4? Because we do see it, but extremely rare. It's extremely rare to see a team really having it on a loadout.
I still like it. I don't use it myself, and most pros obviously don't use it. But I think it's super viable still, especially as you the extra 5 bullets spam through smokes a little bit. They don't know where you're at. You know, it becomes really useful, like boosted on Inferno, at CT, on B. Anywhere you can get a kill and they kind of have to guess. I think it's great. Yeah, it's viable. It's also insane on land when the no recoil hits.
Nice switch back and forth. I like both.
The A44 just feels so powerful, so consistent. That rate of fire, you know, really helps.
More harassment from Tabson in mid with the silence M4. Silencers don't silence as much as you might think. We used a silenced MP7, interestingly.
Who's we?
Well, we have a series called Sounds of CSGO. We'll come to it later because we've got to focus on this push on the A bomb site. Smooya trying to avoid the flashbang, turns around, clears out Roje. He had half a second Roje. Wasn't able to take Smooya out, didn't land enough bullets, and that's a problem. Smooya now focusing on the long position, looking for a flank, which will come in eventually. Bubsky will probably wait for some more action on short first.
Yeah, that's really nice, finding that vertical shot. It's going to make all the difference, especially with the flanks of the Xantares and Tizian suddenly striking back. And now Big have a presence on the bomb, moving together as a unit. It's the last bit of utility tossed in the off kits. Nice pick from ACOR, but the bomb's still being defused. He gets all the kills, but not in time.
Wow.
It's a great 4K, but just can't be fast enough. The AWP is too slow.
Well, Smear's been losing money by winning rounds, 16k. Have to spend some cash. ACOR with another highlight reel, but it's a 0-9 highlight reel. Not the most ideal one.
Super sure shouldn't have a flash behind ACOR here. It's super OP just to have a flash out, flash over as the CTs get on the bomb, and you get easy kills from bricks.
And that's a 9-0. Now things are really starting to feel extremely bad for Big, as opposed to good. Sorry, bad for Tricked.
I was wondering where you were going with that.
Well, it could be bad for Big if they lose out. But will they, from what we've seen?
I guess if Tricked get like, well, never mind.
What do you think they're talking about right now?
I don't know.
Okay, everyone's tweeting me saying Macamole, but we had a different name for it in the UK.
Maybe it was Jackamole.
I like that. Let's make it a thing.
Also, James.
Yeah.
You keep saying Ro J, but J's are silent in the Danish language. So it's just Ro.
Just Ro.
But what if it's...
but it looks like a Chris J thing, right? So I'm going with Ro J.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Go on, tell us, Dan. Tell us about your Scandic translations. Go on. Go on, Dan.
Dennis, do you think the map pool should... Like, what would be the perfect world for you as far as, like, the competitive map pool?
I think
the way that it works.
Minus Vertigo, plus anything else, I would say would be a good start. I think Cobble, bringing it back could be interesting. Obviously, if you have cash, that's new.
Don't you think it's the worst map to ever be in CSGO?
Vertigo.
Not Cobble.
Oh, Cobble, you think that's the worst one?
I think it's the worst map.
I think you mean the new version or the one where it was just huge mid in A-Halls area? Which version are you talking about?
All of the versions, except the Halloween version. Pretty partial to that one. That was good.
I liked Cobble because...
I haven't really looked at the new... I don't think I've seen Professional play on the new version.
No, the new one is not that good. I do not like that. You can self-boost drop. What is that?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, the Cobblestone is just like, if you think... a map
It's a
like
pretty
Dust 2,
dry viewer experience.
Exactly, and I think it does translate to the fact that it's a bad map, not just because it's boring for viewers, because it's slow, but it's actually there's just less Counter-Strike happening.
Yeah.
Just one side. It's like even worse than Dust 2 in terms of CT options. On it's just very predictable.
But is it better than Vertigo?
I mean, Vertigo, at least the previous Vertigo is starting to get some entertaining matches.
Yep.
And I think as well, people having to understand how to even just defend bomb sites as opposed to, working out how the rounds should actually go. I think mid control was something we didn't really see come into play as much as I think it will come into play.
I started to like it more when we started to see the mid lurk, around sandbags.
Yeah.
It started to feel like CS again on Vertigo, instead of run boosting around and flying across the map.
I think one of the changes I would want to see as well is just like the B bomb site in particular feels really I just don't like the battles there. It's very confined in a bad way. I mean, like let's say like on Inferno, the B and the A bomb site can be kind of claustrophobic, but they have an open element to them as well. Whereas you basically can't stand anywhere. It feels like you can't stand anywhere.
Yep.
And the peaks are really 50-50 sometimes. I don't know. And also the other issue as well is that if you throw one smoke, it can cover like the entire bomb site, it feels like as well. It's just that's also too much.
Trying to look at the knife, man. Why is it in the shadows? Show me the knife.
From the shadows. The zeros at cool as just like as an aesthetic. Aesthetic? Aesthetic.
I think you need some water, mate.
You
sound dehydrated.
I was losing the S there. Silent S's.
It does look cool, yeah. I have a P250 whiteout and I named it after Henry G because he's super white. So the name tag is #FFFFFF Henry G.
I almost want that knife because the text shows up on the top. I think that's really cool.
It is cool, yeah. I like that it irritates some people. People are way too fussy these days, eh?
So it's not like
I named mine OG, my knife. Although there is that other potato knife from CS, but which kind of reminds me of the default CT knife, or just like the stock knife. Yeah. I don't mind this. I like the lore, but I don't like it as much as an M9 bayonet fade, which I have. I prefer that. So the flip knife lore is cool. No, the marble fade looks like gangrene or something.
What about Doppler?
I have a ruby bayonet. That's really gorgeous. Goes very well with my set.
That's crazy. That's definitely...
I used to have one of these. Damascus steel Karambits. I like it, but I think it looks better in real life than it does in the game. So yeah, Tabson has an internet issue and he's changing his internet, which is why we are back. And if you have just joined us once again, it's 420 days. It's the memeing day for how many days we could draw on the map. But then I guess the next one's 456 or 500 days will be a milestone.
Do you think someone's going to like Photoshop this? Like full of smoke and stuff, or
I don't know if we can say milestone because milestone is a positive thing, but this is a negative thing because we want to be able to draw on a map. I don't want to count these days.
Well, isn't a milestone kind of like it's a point in which you reach that where something something is different or changes? Or
you guys use this in the UK?
What?
Milestone as opposed to kilometer stone.
Well, we use miles in the UK, so.
Do you?
Yeah.
But kilometers per hour?
We use miles per hour.
That's not English.
I can't believe you just said that. Right. I need a definition for milestone now to see if there is any.
That was good. I like that. I enjoyed that. That was good. You should come in more often. I feel like more James needs to get trolled more. And I can only do so much by myself, so this is good.
In fairness, the joke has legitimacy, sadly. Milestone, a stone set up beside a road to mark the distance in miles to a particular place. So we've seen plenty of milestones. Okay, second definition. A significant stage or event in the development of something, which is a positive thing. This is a negative thing.
Well, it's a significant change. Doesn't say whether it's positive or not.
A significant stage or event in the development of something.
Yeah, so it could be
that's a positive thing.
It's like that word consequence. When I say consequence, does that sound negative?
Like negative connotation, yeah.
It has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
I think milestone, I think I would have to agree with James, unfortunately.
I think it quite clearly has a positive connotation.
Yeah.
Especially when you use the word development.
It's just semantics, isn't it?
No.
I failed again.
So this is not a milestone. This is it's a modern tragedy. Is what it is. It's a developing tragedy, but not in the way you use developing with a milestone. So there, it's just a story which is not finished just yet. 420 days. How many days will it be? 499, 500. I'm curious. I'm surprised it went over a year, to be honest. But here we are.
When did they take it out? Do you remember the update?
It was when Panorama was introduced. You could still use a command line to use the Scaleform UI, but at some point they removed the Scaleform UI entirely. And it's that day, 420 days ago, when they removed Scaleform from the game, and it was only Panorama. That's when you could no longer draw on the map.
But that's when you could put yourself in the menu screen.
No, because Panorama came out before they removed Scaleform entirely. You're not listening again, Dan. You've done a very bad job of listening to your co-commentator.
Sorry, I was listening to the producer who told me a funny joke.
Okay, so timelines. Okay, let's go top-down cam if it's set up correctly. All right, timelines. So let's see. This line, this white line here, is the beginning of time. Okay, or of our timeline. So don't. So this pen is the lifetime of Scaleform. So from our recorded time, okay, whatever. This pen is so this white line is when Panorama was introduced, right? And the Embassy pen is Panorama. So Scaleform existed, Panorama was introduced, they worked together, well, they were in the game together, and at some point, Scaleform was removed, and there was only Panorama. So I could put myself in the game, and Scaleform was still here. I had to pick between looking at myself or drawing on the map.
It's like things really went downhill up here.
I'm just going to take my pens away from you. I think that was a great illustration and explanation as to what happened with Scaleform and Panorama. But Panorama should be a much more powerful tool, as evidenced by, I don't know, I need to count. I'm trying to find on my Dropbox how many people have downloaded my background in CS.
That would be a major milestone.
Yeah. Anyway, we filled very well. We have filled in a fantastic fashion, and now it is round number 10, and Trix is still looking for their first round. Internets have been rebooted, restarted, changed, and here we are. Trix going towards the long position, at least with the flashbangs. Bubsky will take some damage though, and he will eventually make his way out, it seems. In the meantime, Tabson's charged up mid, and he's taken out two.
That's what Tabson does sometimes. He will just, every so often, he'll be like, I'm going to rush mid this round, and he'll get kills.
We had this discussion yesterday. If you make a play up mid, what is the minimum acceptable frag number? Is it 1? Is it 2? He's got 2.
Well, the cool thing as well is that Trix were kind of faking long control to pull people into catwalk, to then crush the catwalk rotation. But they just didn't expect Tabson to run up mid, so they kind of foiled everything. So that's a rough situation. Hunden's not long for this world, I fear. Down to 36, he is trapped as well. They know exactly where he is. They are closing around him. He will be slowly but surely asphyxiated, James.
What are they closing around him? Doors?
Closing in around him. And there it is. He'll try to escape, but the grip tightens until he is no more.
I think the good news for Trick is they can still try a bunch of different things, because none of what they have tried has worked, so just do something else. They can try anything else. What do you think they should try?
5-man long.
Have we seen a B split?
We have not.
Except the Creek rounds, they tried to B split, that was it. That's round 2, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the only one. Smooya.
Giving them too much space right now, I think.
Ah, here's a B split. Oh, that's a nice smoke.
What's happened there?
Oh god, it's even worse smoke. There's these 3 smokes.
Well, the first smoke I think was for the CCs to cross, And there's a big headshot through the window. Tizian by the door will take out Shush, looking in mid. Won't see much of anything else. He's got a pop flash for his teammates to swing through the smoke, but in the meantime, the bomb site has been taken by Tricked. Big outmaneuvered despite having a man advantage. That can come into play later. They've got a HE that could go behind the big box. Did Smuya, I think he probably would have flicked if he saw anything there. Bubsky looking to creep through the door. There are 2 flashes here for Tricked as well, but on Acore, and surely he wants to help keep his AWP up. Smoke's dissipating. Bubsky's going to get 2. That could change everything. This could be the first round for Tricked. How much do Big want to lose at this point? They found a molly for Xantares, and now it's just Xantares. This has not been the best retake we've seen. Xantares by the doors. Sees one other one. He's going to get an opportunity to take Hunter out at the very least. Spraying. But this is going to be the first run for Trick. Too late to defuse the bomb. He'll collect an AW. No, he won't. There is one that will be sent in his direction, though.
So one thing to note here, we were talking about the smokes and how you play with the smokes and how you get the one-ways. We saw Bubsky abusing that. I was wondering if he was going to because he's sitting here. But look, just as it goes away, they can't see it, but he can see them.
I think this is an odd retake attempt. You should either, if you're man up, send a guy tunnel especially. They didn't do that. A lot of time the bomb just got planted. And if you are going to go forward through doors and window, then you need a flash. You can't just wait around, hope for the best. And I think a little bit of a lazy retake from Big.
Maybe Big just wanted to give Trick some hope so they could take it away and increase the amount of pain. So this is an important position, and Smee doesn't want to use his smoke too early here. Wants to try to use it at the best possible time so that Trick are as invested as possible. Maybe they'll use more utility. They still have 4 Molotovs, or 3 Molotovs, Tricked, so they can try to molly Smee out of position, and it is a must. You have to get rid of this position.
All 5 Trick players are along A.
So they did your round, now they're trying mine.
They did my round?
Yeah.
What's my round?
Last round,
oh, the B split.
Yeah, and they won.
All right, well, Tizian's made his way through B, so he has the information. There are only 2 flashes here, though, for the CT side. One of which is on Tizian in the B halls. The other one is on Xantares, hasn't been deployed just yet.
Here comes a flash play.
Yeah, there's no... It's going to be about the guns next with 2 from top of the boxes, and Xantares will clean up 2 as well. Everything changes. Acore gets another 1v1, but Tabson will abuse that numbers advantage and trade before he can fire again. Big back to winning ways, expensive round, but there aren't that many rounds left in this half. And Trick's money is not great for this round.
Yeah. Again, it's just seems very devastating. Xantares and Tabson having really a lot of impact, both huge individuals to this map. Smee is doing well with the orb. Nice double from next there. I don't actually often see that defense on over the top of the smoke. And again, we saw Trick do this before, flashing over to long position, really making it look like a long take. Hunter's there to really sell it, and then that'll pull players to long, and they're out of position to defend the A bomb site. And now the push from the A bomb site comes up catwalk, and Smee will spot one, can't get the tag, and he'll go back actually after placing one in CT spawn. Fast moving around, Acor's going to get a pick, but next behind the doors, they just don't have time to clear it properly with utility. And it is a free round, it feels like, for Big ultimately. But what a change of pace.
I want to see what the Dust 2 win rate is for Trick. Because in Overpass T side, I feel like they had a much better idea of kind of how to mess with the rotations, get some map control and reset. Here it just kind of seems all in every round. It's either 5-man something or a 3-2 split, but there's never that thought of, okay, let's get some map control, reset, and do something
50% in 12 maps.
Yeah.
In the last 3 months. Smee with a peek in mid, but the Krieg will deny him in brutal fashion. Acore, I think he's going for the AWP. Next will try to cover it though. He will do so successfully. Tizian with control of long. Samson's got to be careful here, or does he? Looking for a 2-man spray down. That bomb may be lost soon. Hunter falling away from the HE grenade. Shush making a play to be in the meantime, and everything is on fast forward in round number 14. Tricks are falling just as fast as their plays. That was a rough one. Another rough one.
Yeah. This is one of those series where Tricks, to win it, have to get to the 3rd map. Overpass and Train are their best maps. Obviously, they lost Overpass, and they're getting kind of schooled here on Dust 2. So they will not get to see Train unless they are able to step things up. Xantara, Smooya, and everybody from Big is really delivering damage. More nades over the top of the Longhouse to try to flash space for Hunden. Once again, they're running a exact same opening as the previous round. This time it's going a little bit better. Will they commit into A this time? They have to have the flashbangs here. They've got to have the right utility to deal with the players on the bomb side, especially Smooya. Oh, could be in trouble. Misses the flick shot, can't get into safety in time. Smooya's committed positioning is going to cause some problems.
Might be the second round here for Tricked, looking very likely. Big has horrible positions, moonwalking into Hunden and Acor. 2 rounds for Tricked at halftime, a disastrous T-side, to put it politely. Do they have anything left in the second half? We'll find out after the break.
Start your path to pro. Begin your matchmaking experience with like-minded players. Climb the ranks, meet your teammates, and make it all the way to the top. Rise through the ranks to the FPL circuits and play alongside the best players in the world. And who knows, you might just be the next Iwu. Begin your road to pro at faceit.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
And we are live indeed. 13-2. It's been a one-sided story so far. will it be a one-sided story in this half? We will bear witness. You tried to. I was not done with my story, Dan. We will bear witness.
Clearing my throat.
Do you know what? I'm done.
A-Cores ready and lined up. But it's Xantares, of course. I feel like Xantares.
What if I just start talking now,
must
like
get
you did?
Dropped a P250.
What then?
Tabson has a P250. Where's Xantares at with the P250? I feel like Xantares, just if you have him on your team, drop him a P250.
Sure. Well, looks like he'll have enough bullets with the Glock to follow up after the first headshot, but again, I do agree with you. Simple gets the P250s now for Na'Vi.
Nice.
And they have a man advantage now. No USPs collected just yet. There's one on Smuya. Keeping the sound cues minimal. Does Tabson know the MSL smoke into CT spawn? He's going for the long one.
Yes.
The telegraphed one.
I think Big actually came up with this.
This is not an MSL smoke. The MSL smoke is from near where Smuya is standing, just a little wider. You bounce it off the wall near the boost spot, and it goes into CT, so like a really close one. A lot faster than that, so you're not telegraphing your intention very much. But of course, it comes with inherent risk as well.
I like that.
But when you're in a sticky situation, you can find it on my YouTube.
I'll check it out.
James Bardolph CS. All the premium information is there.
Well, Big and not in a sticky situation. No stickiness to be had. Everything is smooth, gliding effortlessly forwards to a victory as they pick up their pistol. The second pistol.
What's not smooth is that, and also Nex has 3 dashes after his name.
Face it name. Face it username. He likes himself some hyphens. Tricked trying to do what they can in a very bad situation, but things go from bad to worse. Nex could turn things around. He's sorry, Roger we're talking about. No, he won't. He's dead. He's dead, of course, now. And it's match point for Big. They've got 13 match points. It's not looking great for Tricked. Not quite gravy. More coagulated than that.
Curdled.
Yes. Fatberg.
Oh man. It's a rough situation. Don't do it, Smuya. Don't take one out right at the beginning of the round. Give him a chance. Flash. Tizian. Nice little burst off the back of the flash.
Off the back.
Full utility still maintained. This is a great spot for a CT smoke and not the cross smokes. Because that way Trick get exposed, you have all the utility to prevent them from really doing anything. But they may not even need to drop any smokes at this rate. They're able to get a pick. There's not much aggression from Trick. They're just holding their ground at Catwalk. And right now, for Trick, there's a question of, okay, are Big going to commit to long or are they going to spread out? And they've waited around Catwalk for a while to see what Big are up to. But Big have time to burn. And you know what? They're going to convert that time into another kill just by holding. 5v3 now. Now they can just brute force it up A without really worrying about much. Oh, that's a big miss. That was supposed to really. That's supposed to be a smoke that would suggest.
That's a very easy smoke to do. You stand at the back in the corner, and you aim at the top of the arch thing. Go above that to the straight line above it, and you just throw it. It's very, very easy.
Big's comms are on point. Next sees a guy cat. The long guys immediately start running up long because they know it's going to be weak. They're just better on this map.
Damn. Just like that, 16-2. Big crushing it. 21 for 5 Xantares.
Dan, these highlights are brought to you by NVIDIA. Thank you for your service. Danny's done a great job talking at the wrong times today. Now you can talk at the right time.
Well, what do you say about this one? Tricked are just simply outclassed. They could not get anything going. Big played a fantastic game of Counter-Strike. What do you make of it, Valence?
I think Big just overall, they look better. This was their pick as well. It doesn't seem like Trick has too much up their sleeves. Not many tricks. It doesn't seem like they really knew how to play T-side besides just all inning. 5-man here, 3-2 split there, but never any resetting, never any really high-level gameplay. So yeah, Big was just ahead of them every step of the way.
Yeah, you made a really good point there, just not knowing how to do the typical stuff on Dust 2. Like, again, what's really bizarre to me is that it's very consistent and hard to stop you getting your default on the T side. Like, the TTs, it's very difficult for them to really do much, which is not high risk.
Yeah.
So most of the time you can get your default off, you can get up to catwalk, and you can just go. You can do the avant-garde chain of decision making. You know, and that's not difficult to do. And for some reason we didn't see any of that. So instead we just saw domination from the likes of Big.
That was really devastating and very disappointing from the perspective of Tricks. And it kind of makes me wonder if they'll be heading into Sharks territory, a North American team from Brazil, where they had some really strong performances and then some really weak performances. That was very underwhelming. Not sure what else to say. And maybe next week, if they're in next week's bracket, they can come back stronger, because now they have a lot to prove after a no-show versus Big on their second map. And indeed, it will be Australis versus Big in tomorrow's final to find out who goes to Arlington from the European side of things. That's going to be an interesting one. And I think that's an easy statement to say, but from Big's perspective, again, we're seeing them grow, and it's I think post-God B is still a very strange place, at least for me as a viewer of Big. So I want to see how things will continue, and Australis is going to be probably the strongest test that they can have at the moment, or one of them for sure. So that will be a great grand final tomorrow to see who from this week makes it to Arlington. It's time though for the HyperX X Factor play of the game. Show me the money, show me the cash, show me the stash, show me the bag. What else rhymes with cash? Never mind. Bad question.
Yes, this is. I mean, if any round to pick, it's obviously hard to figure out what's something that's impactful, because it's such an overall strong team performance, so convincing. But this is a great clutch for Xantares to just really stop Trick from having any chance, in just a dominating fashion in which he gets these kills. Look how confident and calm that is. Amazing.
The mechanics, man. The mechanics, it's great to watch. And Xantares at his best is he's an exhibition. He's a walking exhibition. He's on the road. Get your tickets. Fantastic stuff. And again, we will be live in about 55 or about 50 minutes for the 5-0, that is, for the North American region, as that was a fast 2-0. In the meantime, check out the ECS hubs. Also, again, check out the blog on, if you look on the face of Twitter, have a look at the updates in terms of the Minerva AI and a partnership with Google. It's all interesting stuff. But you can also look at the hubs on Faceit, type in ECS and get all the information there. Join the hubs. If you don't have a full team for a cup, you can queue solo in the last half an hour of check-in, and you will be paired with other people. I'm going to go and play some KZ. We will see you for North America in about 45 minutes, so don't go too far away. See you later.
Up your game. 128-tick service for the smoothest, most responsive gaming experience ever. Ensure you game seamlessly with our state-of-the-art Faceit anti-cheat. Track your progress with advanced stats within your community, country, or region. This is the true ranked experience. Sign up now at faceit.com.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.